This is esports. You think this is esports? You think esports? This is FTC.
What's up, everybody? A little bit of a false start there. We're good. We're in here. This is Callisto. This is Shoujou Senshi Senjyou, my Granblue Fantasy Versus PC version weekly. We have a nice small bracket, even 8 people this week, mostly from, of course, the Chicago area and the Midwest. Helping me call the shots today, we got the full crew, full house. The boys coming through. St. Cola, Zach in a box. What's up, guys?
Yo, it's the gang is back together. We have St. Cola grace us with this presence once more. Out there, you know, flying out to tournaments, being like, hey, I'm St. Cola, and they was like, oh my God. So I'm glad the gang is back together.
I don't think it's like that. I think it's more like put St. Cola back in quarantine. But I am happy to be back for some Midwest Granblue action and back with the boys in the Waifu Dome.
Yeah, and so we do have this first week with Yule. The new character dropped this week, also with some Belial nerfs. Unfortunately, I didn't think I was gonna make it today, so I didn't enter. Or maybe I'm just ducking from the Bell nerf.
I thought you meant you weren't gonna make it in general, like because of Bell nerfs. I didn't know if I was gonna survive. I don't know, man. I saw some videos where like he still got the same stuff off a bunch of hits.
No, he's okay. All right, I'm not gonna beat that down player. He's still really good. Like with the people are capping if they say he's not good.
Oh, boo-hoo, you lost some mid-screen combos. Like, now you have to play Season 2. Like, oh no. Like,
and Fierce is sometimes punishable, or standing 5H is sometimes punishable. Yeah, okay. Sure.
Yeah, and
Bell players will be fun.
Yule is tournament legal.
Yes.
I think probably, I know I didn't have a whole lot of time this week, but I did play a set against Flower Man right before the tournament. He was playing Yule. We may see some of his Yule today. You know, he was working on some things, trying to figure out how he wants to play the character. And the character seems like Lancelot-ish, I guess, is the best description, right? Kind of frustrating, not wild mix, but not you know, anything too crazy, but really slippery pressure, a lot of runaway. Oh, okay.
And yeah. And we're gonna run the Yule mirror at the start. And yeah, Velvet last week, it was the wonky week where Velvet picked like 5 different characters throughout the course of the tournament, and so you could see that coming to effect.
We talked
about Velvet usually. Yeah, Velvet usually typically tries out the DLC character. So here we go, Country Bumpkin, Yule.
I really like that they did that with the English voices.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, I haven't seen too much of this character. I watched a little bit of Diaphone winning, and so this is all going to be a little bit new to me. But I do agree with you guys with the rushdown. Like, really good about that. It doesn't have a lot of long range stuff, but the DPs I hear are really good. As you see right there, right off the bat.
Quality DP. Her 2M, you see it right there. Very similar to Narmaya. Like decent reach, +1, really quick recovery on whiff. Not quite as low as Grand's. And you see that stance dash, right? When she kind of pogos up, Karate Kid style there, and she dashes out of it. The input buffer on that dash is gigantic. If you input a throw or a button at the start of the hop, it comes out at the end of the motion. So you'll see a lot of this like dash Oki into a meaty move. It'll look fake sometimes, but you got to remember that the action they push is absolutely coming out on the first frame. It's just buffered for so long, so it's almost impossible to mistime your setup as her.
Nice.
That right there, you see that dash 2M. Oh, that's a big bait.
And baits it out with the dash back.
Got the side switch. I like this. I like the hard knockdown from the DP because it left Flower Man like very close to Velvet, so he was able to apply some Oki there. But Velvet finding some hits here.
And you can see you can change it to that stance in buffers and any like kind of like Narmaya changing stances. You can like buffer your stance into anything, and also that dash back into the stance.
Yeah, and that
stance. But you see right there, she only has the hop, right? Like she can only do the hop in the when she's in the stance. So like her mobility is like a lot more limited. But she has that like built-in like throw mix, like throw strike mix. Look at them hopping right there. Okay, side switch or stance switch. Just dash up and get the throw. when you're out of the stance, like when you're in like the normal version, I guess, like you were able to get the dash up throw. But if you're in the stance version, you do like a little hop, and it's like this little mix up if you don't know the ranges.
Yeah,
so
it's
like
very
it's like a
difficult
built-in
to
little
react
mix.
to throw strike mix. Also, something important for those who aren't super familiar with the character yet, while she's sitting in the stance, she can be hit by lows. She cannot block. She auto parries mids and highs. Maybe just mids, actually. I think jump-ins may still work. So she auto parries mids, loses to lows. You can see that 2M hitting low right there to stop her. And she can't block, but if she pushes the guard button, she'll do her standard spot dodge in place. Nice reaction.
Wow, that was sick. Yeah, it's kind of just like baiting somebody when you go into that special. And also that 2-2 H move, that little, looks like Jam's move, is also plus on block.
You know, I'm upset she doesn't have a pet, because even though aesthetically they're very far away, in terms of how her parry works, she's very much like Leroy from Tekken 7. The way his auto parry works in terms of just bodying mids, being able to cancel everything straight to it.
And something we were talking about as well is you see Flower Man using a lot is that 5M move. It kind of looks like Bell's 5H. It's 2 hitting. Both players are using that to great effect. It's a nice advancing move. Look at this pretty Skybomb.
You didn't mishear the audio. I think that's my only actual complaint about the character. Both of her supers have that super blown out audio. They're just like that. The bass drop.
Like you messed up your earphones?
Yeah.
So is that, we were talking about earlier, that stance M. Is that plus on block?
Yeah, so it's actually 0 on block. Her stance into the M, it looks like an overhead, but it's not. It's kind of like the little tumbling forward kick. I believe it's priority level 3. It's at least 3. I'll say that.
Oh, damn.
It definitely hard crushes any mediums. It hops over a bunch of lows. And it's interesting because your first thought is this is a mid-range character who can't block lows, so I'm going to sweep, right? Where most sweeps are level 2, if not lower, outside of Ladiva, I think, has the only level 3 sweep in the game. So that stance M will just outright body any sweep checks.
Interesting. And you see it, and then, yeah, Fireman's been taking good use of that. One of her specials kind of looks like a Colleen Vandy stuff where she dashes back, and she has a follow-up, but you can cancel that into the stance, and you see that Fireman using that a lot.
After she lands on her 2-1-4 move, on her... Ooh, okay.
Let's go!
Yeah, I love that.
I actually like the walk forward sweep. But yeah, that right there. So you can see you can either cancel the landing into a stance change. You can cancel the landing into one of 3 different forward moves, I believe, which they may be tied to different versions, but there's a low.
Yeah, it's tied to the versions.
Yeah, there's a low on the medium. There's like a hopping slash attack on the light, I believe. And then the EX, you may be able to cancel to both. I'm not sure. Possibly just the M. But the hop back portion of 214H is invuln. That is something that she can like sneak out of.
And yeah, Fireman, both players have been using that 2-2H, that EX move a lot to maintain pressure. She also has that jump U that changes her jump arc pretty considerably.
Yeah, it's not a dive kick, right? It doesn't change her arc so much that it's gonna like fully bait out a 2H and body it, but it does add that little wrinkle. Plus, it is multi-hitting, so if you can get it to make contact kind of at the right part, you'll have a better advantage when you land. All right, that's safe.
But for me, for this character, like looking at everything like in totality, I can see like how difficult it is, to play against her. And her having a DP, like to me, she looks super strong right off the bat. But that's like first impressions. And like obviously Diaphone winning because he got away with some stuff. Like I want to see like more of her as people go on. But I think her difficulty it makes her interesting to watch.
Oh,
like
nice
having all these different stance switches and how you have to play against it and nice low. That low was really good. You don't get much off of it, but her having a low in general, like, it's like a lot of that mental stack that you have to deal with this character.
Yeah, a lot of this pressure is just like, annoying harassment, because there's a lot of like, I think we were talking about before this, a lot of frame traps that are like 0 and puts you at a weird
at a weird spacing
like,
where you maybe have the frame advantage, but you whiff and she hits the whiff. There's a lot of that going on. She also has kind of like, you know, Flower Man you see playing like a more hit and run style. She can sort of gorilla up in your face, but a lot of it's knowledge checks, right? She can use her 2-2H for a good amount of frame advantage, but there is a big gap in the cancel that doesn't create a true block string from anything. So you can, not only is it not a true block string, it's like not even a frame trap. You can just mash out of it. So it's going to be myself against NV. NV, new entrant to the Waifu Dome. So shout outs to him for joining us for the first time.
And it's gonna be Cagliosho. Nice. I think we don't see as much Cagliosho anymore since that first week.
Yeah, not since the first week.
Yeah.
Now, since people figured out you can just kind of run over the traps, but you really have to study this character, like how the traps interact and stuff like that, because you don't just get those off for free. It's not like a typical character like other Guilty Gear characters and stuff like that.
Right.
You really have to use them in not only right placement, but like almost like confirm style too. So easier said than done.
And we've always talked about this character is a very specialized type of character, and so you really have to put in the time as Cagliosho to know the spacing and to know what the opponents want to do about traps and whatnot. And nice. Got caught Callisto sleeping with that EX teleport.
There we go. I was just trying to get rid of that trap.
This was a fat lead right here.
Yeah, and you can see you could just 2M the traps, but Envy tried to beat it out with that pillar when he tried for that 2M, but not quite in time.
You have the right timing for that. Can use that as a bait, but it didn't really work out. Late tech, eat some damage. Confirm, no Skybound art.
Ooh, nice check with the 5H.
Nice.
I was trying to 2L the trap to remain relatively safely, but great timing with the 5H check there.
Yeah, and sometimes the trap, the threat of the trap is more useful than the actual trap, because like Envy just sat on it and then challenged the challenge on the trap. So
and the reverse is like you as the other person have to like battle around like when they try to put down the traps and stem that pressure. And when she doesn't have a DP, you can kind of rush them down, just like Callisto's doing right here. Auto combo EX plus frames, mashes out, activate screen, gets a counter hit, trying to set some stuff down, and Callisto lands on it.
Big DB from Callisto. Like you mentioned, no DP, so it's a little bit harder, but found the errant teleport to get out of that, and so just standing on top of the trap again.
Oh yeah, I stood up against Cat. That's the death sentence. Number one thing to know about Cat is do not stand up in the middle of her block strings. Just block it out.
Looked like a counter hit, so maybe like a tech or something, or a challenge or something, but yeah, like Callisto said, that's where you're gonna die against Cat, and now Callisto's cooking.
Yeah, he definitely feels himself. You do be like that to a string. You definitely in there. Overhead does not connect. Yes.
Great defense from NB there, and has the corner now because of it, but still challenging is Callisto. And yeah, we're seeing after the 5L just cracking after the 5L stagger pressure.
And the big thing of me like going super ham there with running into the 5 or into the check right away. NV did not have meter, and Cagliostro's only invuln wake up option are her 2 Skybound attacks. So as soon as I recognized that there was nothing to mash out, I'm like, okay, I'm going ham.
Yeah, you can also see at the end there to close up that round, Callisto throw out that 2M in that block string. NV was doing a lot of block strings into trap, which has a big gap. If you don't check it, yeah, it's pretty great, but the Callisto is wise enough to that. But NV navigating neutral right now, just trying to set the trap and then gain some space, just little by little. Oof.
Damn, thrust comes through in the clutch. I like having the space that this character has in general, because you can play around the trap, but also land those confirms too. So they have to think about that. That's something that they have to deal with, like in trying to like when they want to place the traps and like where they want to put things at. Nice spot dodge. Callisto going with Gorilla with it, and this thing you can do against this character. You don't have reversals to fight back with.
I like the 5H usage out of NV. So Kek's 5H has a giant hurt box, like Percival-sized hurt box that you can whiff punish from mega far, but it has pretty light recovery. Like it's a hard whiff punish by frames. So I kind of like the use of like throwing it out until it's shown whether or not that's going to get punished. Oh, nice.
And you can see the efficiency of the traps. Yeah, like NV got that round because of the traps and then got a nice counter hit anti-air. You can see how much damage potential it has once those traps are out. And see again into the trap is the block string.
Okay.
Ooh, that's big.
Oh shit, that was bad.
Too much. Yeah. And this is the problem. You want to do too much. I love that wait and bait.
Oh no! Okay.
There's the finish.
All right, one apiece.
Yeah. You can see Envy kind of figuring out, finally converting some of those stray hits when the trap is out into big damage. That's how he's won those past 2 rounds. And now the anti-airs are coming into play.
I feel like this is good. Like that trying to rush them down is not working out, and you eat so much damage as you try to come through, and then by that time, Envy just goes right in for the kill after a few confirms.
Callisto doing a good job of staying at that, at that range where like around light thrust range where you can whip punish a lot and you can use that thrust. But great teleport.
Papa. Stuck in the corner. This is where Envy would love to play right here. EX Fireball tries to get through.
Trying to figure out how to cage Callisto in this corner. Gonna set the trap. I like it. See, Callisto tried to 2M the trap, but had the pillar ready to punish.
That was a perfect punish.
Dead. Oh, but misses it. Could have gone straight into Skybound.
The Sun Death Door. What a tournament we had saw before. Nice. Gonna roll on through. Plus frames. I can go in for the jump in, but gets checked.
Great check.
Damn. Envy on match point.
Yeah, Envy looking very impressive. A lot of the confirms and just holding that corner. Great decisions on when Callisto wants to try and challenge the traps and get rid of them. Right now, Callisto around thrust range. There it is.
Dash up late tag. Here we go. This is where Callisto wants to play at, right? Like keep them in the corner.
Oh my god, I'm running on so many buttons. Good bait again.
I did it again.
The timings from Envy have been so good lately. Like everything's working to a T. Callisto lands the EX though, gets a knockdown. Wake up, finally runs
I
it.
went for an overhead. Yeah.
Yeah, the first time we've seen Envy do that, and it's in a clutch situation. That's a great life lead going into match point. Using that 5U to put a projectile on the screen, and Chip is becoming a dangerous factor. And into the trap.
GG's. Well played.
Yep. You entered the SSSO like you mentioned, but very, very impressive so far.
Yeah, that character actually looking pretty damn good. And I feel like that's a character you definitely have to lab out even more so. These really tricky characters, in some of the DLC that kind of deviate from the norm of Granblue, you really have to understand what their objective for is, and then how you kind of eliminate their win condition, because the win condition for COG seems to be, I'm going to keep out, play my trap game, and then get you down to a certain amount of health, and that before and after part of the rounds is so important. Like you can get hit too many times, and I feel like that was an error with Callisto. Getting hit all these rocks,
and there was
the setups and traps.
You noticed there wasn't a lot of like wacky set play or anything, right? It was just just checking when Cat was minus, which I mean in this version of the game is almost always like it's very good usage of 5M. It's recognizing when someone has to move forward, right? And using the big thing is Envy was using a variety of buttons so that there wasn't one specific. If he would have just been like hammering on 5H, like I said, that's a pretty whiff punishable button if the Catalina knows it's coming. But the great use of the 2M, the 5M, the 5H to make it so that it was harder to kind of see a certain thing to specifically punish was great timing.
Yeah, and also punishing your attempts to punish the traps, right? He was ready, Envy was ready to have a pillar ready or a 5H ready when you try to 2M the trap to get rid of it. So great stuff for Envy. Can't wait to see what they bring to the table going into the next round of winners, but we still have to get through our first round, and it looks like it's going to be Seth Series versus Nick Cool.
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at most likely Lodiva. Maybe we'll see something else out of Seth. I'm not sure if he's messing with anyone else recently. Of course, we're also going to have Nick Cool most likely on Cheetah. We'll maybe have some surprise. The last couple weeks, people have been pulling pockets out a little bit more, so we'll see. Last week was a roller coaster, right? We saw all kinds of characters from all kinds of players.
From all kinds of different controllers that people don't use.
Yes. That is going to be one of the things we need to follow up on the lore, right? Did SSK get a new controller? He said it was arriving soon.
SSK did get a new pad. He was going to enter NLBC, but he didn't get it in time. But right as he bowed out, he got the pad. So now he has the Hori Commander. I know somebody in the community, in the Granblue community, gifted it to him. And so shout out to the Granblue.
That's a really solid controller.
That's love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people
he'll
recognize,
be up at-
right? He's
Yeah.
been really working to make a name for himself. He's been entering all kinds of tournaments, asking all kinds of questions, trying to improve. All right, so this is a matchup that was miserable for Ladiva when Jita came out because Jita was always safe after Rekka, right? Like she could just do stuff into Rekka consistently. This is now, that's actually exactly what I was about to get to, is that Jita has to be careful with her anti-airs because they're horizontally a little bit shorter, and I really like Nick immediately just using the EXDP anti-air in order to catch the hard knockdown.
But getting mixed so far, but
nice
confirm.
Yeah, hard knockdown here. And I
then
like
charges the fireball. I like that setup.
Yeah, exactly. I like the setup with the fireball just because he didn't move in too close, but he did eventually get in there, run into a button, and Seth made a great confirm into Skybound.
Yeah, the problem is you can be what seemingly is far away, just get caught by Ladiva to you, and then you could lose the game off it. Seth knows that very, very well, and tend to run it again.
Yeah, and one of the big things, while a lot of things in terms of like mid-screen combos and whatnot were kind of nerfed for Ladiva, the universal nerfs to DP startups was actually pretty great for her because now she gets a safe jump off of literally anything. If she gets a knockdown, she doesn't have to worry about the DPs. Seth doing a good job not biting on these throw baits from Nick.
A lot of good confirms in the Skybound art. Trying to get that finish. Not enough just yet, but this is looking dire right now for Nick. Cool.
Called it out. And I like Seth using just, bullying with that 5M. That's one of the great things about Ladiva is that, traditional grappler, but has just an incredible ground game with the normals and the neutral game as well, if you're in that 5M.
Yeah,
range.
that 5M is, when you don't need to make like a big hit happen, that 5M has very little recovery for the range of the move. Like, you can swing with her 5M from really far away relatively safely. It's very hard move to whiff punish. And I really like how Seth, more importantly, while swinging with it, recognized the health situation and did not dial out any EX moves, right? Didn't fish for headbutt pressure or anything, because if you have a DP and you're fighting Ladiva, the correct thing to do in pressure is look for yellow. And if you see yellow, you don't ask what kind of yellow it is. You easy input DP. That's it.
You match that out. Right.
Yeah, no questions asked, DP out.
You never hold the mix of which EX it is. It doesn't matter which EX it is. You see the special cancel, you let that DP rip.
Yeah, we went back to the lobby. Didn't expect Nick Cool to really change up, but like you said, this kind of flipped since the first season where Jita first came out, and it's a little bit tougher for Jita.
I like
nice
that
punish.
Yeah, exactly. I was to say that was actually a relatively optimal punish, just a 5H into medium Rekka, good chunk of damage. Speaking of good damage here, though.
Yeah.
Okay, bust out DP. I like that. Doesn't want to stay in the corner. Knows that that's going to be a problem, a pain point. Runs the DP game again.
And importantly, you can see these are technical input DPs on Nick's side. So his DP timer is coming back quickly. All right, Seth fishing for that party starter, right? Looking for the 2U. Here's the knockdown.
Yep, hard knockdown right there.
Challenge.
I like this more patient game. Oh, it's still connection.
No, it's a big drop, though.
Missed the confirm. Okay, I like running it into and went for regular Skybound. Is there a better setup after this now?
You can just basically hold up forward into JU. Yeah, you just hold up forward.
Yeah, and that's why he went for that instead of the super Skybound. Went for the overhead. Oh
no! Okay, a little bit of a drop, but I like that. So rather than trying to like do anything wacky, when he recognized the drop and that he gained frame advantage from the 2L being blocked, he just kind of accepted the frames and took the mix instead of worrying about dropping the combo. Okay, nice check. Ooh, okay.
All right, pick up. Does it again? Twice as nice, baby.
Lariat Gambit right now.
Yeah, there's that 5M we were talking about. Gonna get the hard knockdown here.
It's just a solid game plan from Setsu.
That should be
just playing regular neutral.
Yeah, I think this is enough.
Yeah, and the Skybound art. I like the cool using a lot of the DPs and things like that. The bust out. It's just you make like one or two mistakes, and you have to be careful of the strike throw game that comes right after. That this character puts you in, the mix that this character puts you in. The Demon players can tell you this and that, but this character can put you in some absolute hellish, situations.
Yeah, and some of those rounds were because of the mix, but at the end there, just one great confirm and then just bullied with the 5M. So just standard 2D fighting game normal pressure in the corner.
And not just the 5Ms, something that Seth Series kind of keyed on, there were a couple of, dice rolly lariats that, maybe at the moment were not advisable, but he collected some really important information. And that was Nick was scrambling to get away and getting clipped by those. And at the end, that giant combo came from just catching the stray light lariat, seeing the counter hit, and getting the confirm. And it was a nice optimal confirm straight into big damage.
Oh. And so next up, we are going to finish off the first round of SSSO. It's gonna be, hey, Blooming Lotus versus SSK. Haven't seen Blooming Lotus here in a minute, but glad to see he still tries to enter. He plays a lot of games, and so whenever he graces us with this presence, it's always a treat to watch.
It looks like he's
really
come back.
Yeah. And SSK, on the other hand, always been grinding and rising up. We've always talked about him. Has the pad now, thankfully. And so yeah, and the thing about Blooming Lotus is that, we mentioned when we had offline, right? Those first couple months where we had offline Granblue, he was decidedly #1 in Chicago. And so he's still running a Matera here or there, his first main.
And this is one of those matches where you got to get in. Like a Super Saiyan, you got to get in and stay in. But it can be difficult to do that. If someone's running their offense just like this and you're put in the corner, Super Saiyan Kid has to find the right moment to bust out. Try to do it there, I think, or maybe try to go for something.
That was EX dash that got stuck, so he might have been looking for the low, trying to catch the knockdown. But now, okay, this is...
Oh, wow.
Baby.
It sucks to lose that meter, but keep in mind that SSK had no stocks and no super. So that was actually the timing to take that risk was great by Blooming Lotus, because there was basically no way he was getting hit for more than 2,500.
Actually, very good point.
Yeah. I mean, that's also a good, that's one thing that you have to watch even more so now is the stocks. Just like that, Super Saiyan Kid trying to get up to the 3. No chase down off the backboard. He interrupts. The landmines off the lights.
Great check with the 5L. Swats away the assault.
Young man reactions.
Gonna get the hard knockdown.
Young man reactions. Going for the stocks. I like that. Get the damage on the deck to make sure, just in case they leave, you have something to play with.
JL active all the way to the ground, and nice, easy confirm. 214 HH with the stock. More than enough damage. Didn't even need to burn Skybound.
SSK is just so explosive now when he's on offense, and we've seen him, it works out really well in this match. We've seen him do really well against pretty strong Materas so far, but Blooming Lotus running the game. 5L again!
I love that 5L, just to stop all the dashes and the assaults and stuff.
Just hiding behind the butterfly.
No. Okay. Thankfully, on SSK side, Blooming Lotus was not already committed to moving forward after the 5H, or else he probably could have gotten more off of that. Oh, big timing on the JL, but because it was a forward jump, he hopped over the sweep instead of coming down for the punish. Capitalization there from Blooming Lotus. Gonna take game 1.
Those things that allow Blooming Lotus to do that. He smacked the EX command dash out of SSK with just a simple 2M. Had the reactions in response to, one of the things SSK loves to do is just try to surprise you with that EX command dash into command grab, but Blooming Lotus finding his defense and neutral game.
I really like Super Saiyan Kid jumping with jump L, but I'd like to see some variation with the jump in to kind of stuff a lot of the assaults and just stuff a lot of that jump in pressure. The jump L not working out all the time, so let's see what he can do now. Jump
plus
U,
frames
okay.
Here.
Plus frames.
Went for the sweep.
Great block
Jump
jump.
H.
Oh, he tried to 2H, but a little bit too late after the wall jump.
Finds himself in the corner, precarious situation. And yeah, Blooming Lotus is just gonna take the time to just get some space.
Oh my god! If he did 5H 214 HH, I would have awarded him this game, and we would have moved on to game 3.
But unfortunately, Blooming Lotus finds the confirm, not quite dead yet, but has a tough task ahead of him. The Super Saiyan Kid.
Okay.
Ooh, try to snipe him out of the air as a punish, but
Good jump in, good
we're in
sweep.
there.
Can he make this comeback? This is gonna be this is looking peak, but he might be able to do it.
And without me,
Pressure on.
there's the EX man dash.
Oh, the landmine.
That time
Right.
the EX dash worked, but kind of forgetting the range. Like a lot of characters can't punish that sweep at that range, but Matera with that, even though she's not going to get a ton, she has that super far-reaching far 5L.
It's like a landmine. It's a really good check, and it covers so much distance.
Nice.
Super Saiyan
2H.
trying to jump in, good
Nice.
anti-air.
Oh no!
Interrupts the EX DP right there.
That's a Season 2 nerf, right? The invincibility on the DP runs out earlier than it did still during the forward movement part.
Setting up the butterflies, setting up the up shots as well, and
Yeah.
and just letting SSK
Uh-oh.
use all of it. And SSK seemed to give up already, but missed punish from Blooming
No,
Lotus. Put Super Saiyan Kid in a big.
The Chicago punch.
No, you know what? No, we're going to allow that one because the back throw for the corner was more important. He got a hard knockdown and he got the corner. So, and look at the damage, right? Was able to get about 50% shaved off Blooming Lotus, but that's a big 2U.
Or he had to do it. There it is.
Blooming Lotus putting SSK on notice. Bars.
On notice. Nice.
We get it eventually.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where I see some spots where Super Saiyan Kid was being really patient, not getting hit by a lot, but sometimes you get thirsty for that, especially in that matchup. We talked about how SSK, once he gets the pressure going, a little bit more explosive, and just was too desperate sometimes to try and find that hit. So ran into a lot of stuff, and Blooming Lotus is going to move on.
We're going to hop on down to the loser side, play out my match, make sure that I'm not holding up my own bracket. I mean, I have the right to. This is my tournament. I'll do what I want.
Yes.
Including
we are following
making
the
you
script.
watch my losers match. Actually, no, I think we're running everything on stream. We have 8 entrants, so we're just going to show every match.
Nice.
Be a pretty
Yeah,
fast
we got
tournament.
to see more of Yule. We saw Velvet, have a decent understanding of the character already in that Yule mirror versus Flower Man, and so we'll see how it goes. Callisto was talking about first time playing Yule was probably this morning.
Yeah, so that's my big,
trying to find
probably my big issue going in is I only have experience against one Yule player, right? So anything Velvet does differently than Flower Man will be scary for me. Nice check with the 2M.
Yeah, that 2M is gigantic. Look at that.
Man, with button. Okay, gets in.
Ooh,
Ooh,
take
I
that.
like that. Canceling that 2-1-4 move into the stance and now letting it rip. But tried and true jump U from Cat.
The blessed jump you.
Yeah, using that
With the
movement
2M?
that Yule has, kind of be a little bit squirrely. No pun
Oh, that was
intended,
cool.
but
Wow. Okay, jump you come through. Fireball lands. No conversion off the 2M. I like the 2M just to check this character because there's so much, again, a lot of aggression. The spot dodge. What great timing from Velvet.
Oh my
Close
god,
on the
I
lead,
didn't get a
though.
clean hit. I had a trade
the
and I had
5M, I think 5M is very,
Now
very
close up, get the wall bounce.
Woo! Thank God that killed because
just enough.
I was too far to get the normal
Right.
2M crouching confirm there.
Yeah, going into the stance right away.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice
and
counter
counter hit. Yeah, counter hit in the stance of those normals. Nice little damage tacked onto it, but doesn't block the jump U.
Oh,
carry out
I
the
even
thrust.
waited
Wake
for
up,
it, and he
DP.
delayed it even more than I waited.
Ah, nice
Again.
from Callisto. Gets the sweep hard knockdown. Hold this throw. Push the corner.
Good block. Woo!
2M putting in work for Velvet once again, and the 5M as well. Her M buttons are so good, but so is Cat.
They're really good. Ah, jump you. With DP there. Second corner. Gotta be careful about what could come next here. Callisto on the verge of hitting him with the Sky Mount Art. Need to find that hit. Any button right here. We'll do
Oh,
it.
the
DP.
DPs are coming out.
Good block.
Chip no dig situation. Where we at with it?
That
Yeah.
leaves out a space where it's nice and plus, but can't continue the pressure.
And that is a relatively fake cancel. If it's not the light
Yeah.
version of that move, you can challenge that gap on the special cancel and mesh out of it. So I was sort of waiting for one more or for an EX that was like a guaranteed mash out.
That's really it. You can cancel into that move to try and gain some plus frames, but there is a gap into it, so it's really if you can catch your opponent sleeping and not wanting to press a button.
Oh, I tried to sweep
that's
it.
a rip.
Yep. That slide underneath. That's really, again, a lot of mental stack in the anti-air.
It's the mental stack, like you said. Once she hops back, it's like, all right, am I gonna try to gain that space and punish, or am I gonna get hit?
Nice counter hit confirm.
And with that stance switch too, it makes you take a second to think about what you're gonna do next, right? Like,
Right.
You haven't fought this character a lot. Like, most people don't have the in them to do automatic low.
What?
Like,
That was
to
so
blow it up or
far.
throw.
I noticed that this
Speaking of
morning,
throws, a
actually.
walk
This
up.
character's throw range is ridiculous.
And again, with that hop makes
Yeah.
it even worse. Gets hit.
I like that. That was a relatively safe move. Has pretty good box. I believe it counts as a medium for clash priority.
The light one, I think, is plus. I'm not sure. Light is plus and medium is, light is plus and medium is 0. Doesn't matter right now. Callisto's running his game plan. That's what matters.
Okay.
It's the Callisto game plan.
was
No
bad
confront to him. It's okay.
Too far. Ooh, I like that move.
Oh, yeah.
That move is actually pretty good for whiff punishing Cat's buttons, similar to the light slash of Narmaya's.
Oh, that DP has big enough range to catch it in the corner. And now, going to the stance pressure.
Good dodge. Confirm. Callisto.
Need some space.
I like Velvet's defense, but the
How did
offense
that
just
not
isn't
combo?
there.
It's again using that space. What if
I have
I
no
do
idea where that
jump
hit.
and jump you? Plus frame.
Fire.
I'm not doing shit. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Backing away. Yeah, let things run out. Let them come to you. Oh.
Oh, I didn't want that jump. Oh, I got reset.
Get it confirmed. Dash up throw. Anybody's
Oh,
game.
I was mashing DP.
Oh.
Come on. I was holding forward, holding H, and mashing skill.
DP definitely would have did it, but now we're 1-1. Velvet, you can see it's a lot of the pressure that comes with the character. They're not going to be doing a lot of damage, but a lot of the pressure that comes with this character. A lot of, again, mental stack. And then also, when she gets in the stance, her counter hits get even stronger. You get a lot of corner push and damage. But speaking of damage, Callisto laying it on with the thrust ender right here. DP ender as well.
Nice. Good DP.
Overhead connects.
great
No, it
DP.
doesn't. EXDP.
Yeah, desperately needed that to get out of that corner because Callisto was running his game right there. And the two M's are coming out, controlling a lot of space.
Crashing that L. Try to get something to work out here. Looking like Lance. I know that game.
Oh, that was a bad combo. Okay.
Red block.
Velvet's been using a great use of Yule's like forward moving moves to really put some pressure, but Callisto finding the 5Ms, the 2Ms to really control the space nowadays.
You see how difficult it is when like you are just they're just spacing you out the entire time with Cat. Like her range really helps out in just stopping a lot of that pressure. She can whiff punish, but if Callisto doesn't put anything out, ain't nothing
Great
about
tech.
it. Like you good to go.
Uh-oh, we almost let it rip with that 5M being double hitting. It's been so useful for Yule, but
Oh, that's plus. I gotta hold that.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I
Okay,
thought I had the
learn
punish on the
something.
grab.
third hit.
third
no, he forgot.
Yeah, third hit always comes out. gotta either spot dodge it, or if you block it, it's like -9 or -10. Like you need a pretty fast move to punish it, but you don't have to do anything fancy to make it whiff. If you want to like,
Sometimes it's just the brain fart.
yeah,
it's the brain
if you
fart
really want to be
sometimes.
out there with it, you can 2H it. All right.
But yeah. Velvet, I mean, yeah, we saw, Velvet typically tries the DLC characters. We'll see how Velvet fares and if Velvet sticks with that character or not. Be interested to see week in, week out.
All right, so this is
Yeah, I'm
gonna
really curious.
bring up NV and Marvin Pie, aka Flower Man. So we'll see. This is going to be probably NV's. I don't know if they've played outside of this. I believe before the tournament, Flower Man was saying that he doesn't think so. So we'll see how it
okay.
goes. Definitely early on to fight one of SSSO's strongest players throughout the tournament series so far in the past year. Of course, we're missing some of the heavy hitters. Kilo, of course, is moving soon to Florida, so we will have the second weekend of January. We're gonna have an exhibition featuring all of the bracket winners from this year's SSSO since the PC change. So we are gonna be missing Macho and Redman from when we ran on PS4. But we will have the 6 players who have won an SSO during the PC era of 2020, and Kilo is going to be a part of that, because we have to acknowledge, right, that in 2020, this was Kilo's tournament. His stats are something absurd. He won like 70, 80% of the brackets, and like 70 or 80% of his games overall. So he'll be taking part in that from Florida. Oh, that was a weird interaction with the 2H. Oh, wow, that cleared the trap. Oh, interesting.
One of the winners, Flower Man, running this duel, of course, messed around with Cagliosho when she released as well, and so you gotta realize that Flower Man definitely knows some of the checks and punishes that not a lot of people may not know.
Oh, I like that. Flower Man tried using the 5M to chase down the teleport, but NB, you know, we saw that out of NB earlier, just really good decision making on when to check, even when it's not necessarily Cagliosho's turn. All right, hard knockdown.
It's really good,
here.
like, innate knowledge of like what a person wants to do, like really reading the person.
Yeah. This is real.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, but too far.
Okay.
If that was the regular Skybound works very well for going through projectiles. It always does the same animation regardless of input. So it's a very good anti-fireball tool. But you need to be relatively close for Super Skybound. Even though you saw that Super Skybound vacuums in a little bit, it still won't hit right away if you're not close enough.
This
Nice
constant
check on
movement
the
actually
overhead.
kind of blowing up the traps. Like,
Yeah, and like
consistent movement, like getting in, this hard for Cog to deal with.
yeah, the 214L move, that low hitting forward moving move, is getting rid of the traps as well, and so yeah, it can be tough for NV to try and find out a way to punish that exactly.
Just moving on through, I love it.
Oh,
Farman
no,
already
no
has
crouching
something ready for this
confirm.
character.
One of the downsides to trying to play a new character, right? All right, good tech. Going for the teleport mix. This looks a little late. Yeah. Oh, no, but...
Oh, that's late too.
Spot dodge, great punish. Yeah.
Hey, not quite enough on the mid-screen damage. But yeah.
And there's the check. Yeah. Oh, too close, though.
Oh.
Missed the counter hit confirmed, but again, we see, like, Envy is not, not mashing. He's blocking several strings and then just sort of consistently being correct when the other person needs to come back in. The trap, yep, didn't hit low enough to clear it.
Got a little bit of counter hit damage, though. Our man trying to go in.
Oh, wow, okay. Didn't get rid of the trap. Oh, I feel like only that low follow-up is getting rid of that trap, so something to keep in mind. That 5M pressure, though.
Nice confirm. Not enough meter, though.
Oh, just a little too high to confirm off that.
That was
I feel like
expensive
Envy's, like,
instead of
finding these-
timers. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that Envy's like finding these right moments to like throw out when Flower Man's like debating on how to go in. They're like, I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna throw my shit out. You gotta hold that.
Oh, no,
Clash,
just-
still in favor of Flower Man, but not close enough though.
Flower Man just let the multi-hit move rock on the Clash. Maybe didn't even see the Clash in time to cancel, and it ended up winning, but NV was able to turn things back around at the end of the scramble there. Marvin?
Yeah, one of the things that Envy has been doing really well is challenging Yule in some of these instances, and big damage off his
double
anti-air.
trap confirmed. That was good damage, but a nice challenge. And
Good
again, we
catch.
said that Flower Man has played this character, ready for the teleport shenanigans. Oh, wow, the fake
Counter
out.
hit. In stance is super
Reset
strong.
pressure.
Oh, that was a little bit close. That could have maybe been punishable.
I think Flower Man was just trying to catch Envy catching the 214 move. But a
Flower Man
challenge
getting
again!
yeah, I don't know if Flower Man tried to actually push a button after that. That might not have been Yule's turn. Okay, looking for the whip punish. Nothing yet, but whittling away. And Flower Man is sort of changing the gaps, right, on the frame traps. And that's sort of how you deal with someone who's checking their way out consistently, is you got to fine-tune your frame trap pressure to find the perfect gap to, like, get them to push a button.
And now Envy just sitting pretty with the traps. Gonna set up the air one again. Oh, tried to pillar into it. Trying to catch Flower Man.
That
moving
again,
in, and
we
there
see it
is.
again, and that's really good information if you're NV, right? That Yule cannot do the little hop back without hitting an air trap. So now you got to be looking to maybe keep more of those air traps behind her.
Trade still. Now this time in favor of Flower Man. Wasn't able to get too much. Late tech, take some damage. And I love Envy's challenges.
Oh, too
Constantly
close, though.
Throwing the meter. Oh, no. Super connects.
So pretty.
Man, this guy is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hold this cutscene, dog. Can't press start.
Still mid-screen pressure, trying to get that throw
Oh
in.
no,
Oh, the
challenge too
overhead.
late, and we talked about finding the gap, right, against the challenge. Sometimes you just have to make enough space. When they're using delayed buttons as a way out of pressure, you just widen your frame traps and increase the window so that their button falls in it, and you collect your counter hit, and nice confirm.
Yeah, and then one of those things that Flowerman did, he canceled immediately into overhead, which is going to catch people preemptively trying to challenge that. I feel like he keyed in, and that's what Envy's doing.
I like
All
that stance
parry
cancel.
off of that stance.
That was a very big stance cancel because keep in mind the 2M from Kags does not hit low. That is also a mid. So that stance cancel is going to catch any of the 3 main moves that Envy has been showing as the challenge. So now it's up to Envy to, hard call things out with sweep.
Caught in this corner. This is looking long right here.
Yeah, and this is where Cagliostro is going to struggle a little bit, but the challenges from Envy are still working out beautifully.
Cagliostro does have super
Nice fall on
though.
the teleport.
There is a mash out
Yeah,
option
any point there could be
available
a
for
bust down.
Envy, but
Oh,
not
the
if
plus
he
three.
gets
It
framed.
happened. Try to press something. Absolute denied. There's a down. Flowerman on match point.
Yeah, the first time Flowerman was running that 2-2H pressure, he was like we said, leaving too big of a gap, and now it's tightening it up and catching those counter hits for
God,
Envy.
bad
And
start.
And again.
And the
Just as
wall
you guys have been
bounce.
saying.
Hard knockdown, look at that, 35-40% on the board. Good check with the 2L though, gets out of the fake pressure, moves forward, gets another trap down to hold down the neutral.
Yeah, getting rid of that trap again with that 2-1 for L. There it is again.
Yeah, too close.
But it's punishable if you block it.
Then we gotta see if there's like a rock coming out right there, like time it right if you're Flowerman. But again, if you're deliberating too much, Envy will take advantage of that. We've seen it so many times before.
And yeah, I like Envy, just like he knows Flowerman is a little bit farther back, just taking some space, but now Flowerman's going in.
A bit of a whip punish there.
Envy did
Yes.
a really good job of working back the life lead, but unfortunately just got hit in the corner, and that should do it. Yeah.
Great adjustment from Flowerman, and of course, like when you're learning a new character, yeah, some of those confirms and the situations you're a little bit hesitant on, and you're still trying to get your footing. But nice adjustments from Flowerman, especially when figuring out that timing for Envy's challenges.
All right, as you see on the screen, you can hit up the Matcherino, matcherino.com/T/SSSO121920 GBVS. That same string you can use as a coupon code. Throw 50 cents in for free. If you don't want to commit any of your own money till you see, maybe a little bit more out of this Yule. We, of course, have the official merch with the art from Quasimodo X at teespring.com/the-waifu-dome. And you can follow along on social at the Waifu Dome. Hit us up on Twitter if you want to keep up to date. What games we're running, when we're running them each week. And we're into our next match.
Ooh,
Reset series against Blooming
let's
Lotus.
go. All right, so I was afraid since I wasn't able to enter today that we won't see Belial, and now we see it. The character did get nerfed.
Yeah.
5H is now punishable now. It has to hit kind of right in order for it to be punishable, and then you cannot use 5H into the EX fireball follow-up into a big combo mid-screen anymore.
Yeah, it's still technically, you can crouch confirm. Like, if you see a counter hit 2M, you get 5H, against crouching. Like, there's confirmable routes into the mid-screen thing, but it's not just a free buffer from 5H. One of the more important changes on the 5H too, the second hit has lower priority, so you don't get just counter hit into that knockdown straight anymore.
Yeah, and I want you to notice the combo that Blooming Lotus did. You could still combo into the medium EX Fireball follow-up to get a little bit more damage from the screen. It's not as gigantic as it was before, but you still get a combo off the EX Fireball now.
And this character still has like all the
There
great
it
tools
is.
that he had
That's
before.
exactly the
jump
combo I
use
was talking
amazing.
about.
Yeah.
The pressure of this character is still good. The 2M, like all those are still going to be great buttons and things
Still
like
has
that.
the
Nice
DP.
DP. Yeah, it still has all the tools to be very great. In the game.
jump
To play
you,
more tight.
like, yeah, this is
exactly.
so ridiculous.
Hold this.
And 5M, like, now you're gonna see more of the different normals from Bell. Like, 5M is mad good too. Like, come on.
What a confirm! Oh my god, okay.
What is that side switch? Are you kidding me? Still blessed. Don't let anyone tell you
No,
different.
don't listen to them, Isaiah. You should have done Skybound. Feel shame for not finishing that combo, but the initial confirm was pretty sick. Next time I better see that super though.
Yeah, and there's the 5H. It's still good. It's still good because it's a little bit more risky, but I mean, it's not really that much riskier. It's still hard to punish, even though it is. There's the EX command grab canceled into it.
All right, Seth's still doing a
Overhead
really good
blocked.
job, honestly, of defending against this throw strike mix. Yeah, he's only been hit by one JU, despite Blooming Lotus like really running that mix. So
And now the side switch, things are
This
going
is
his
a big
favor
bait.
right now. If you can get the throw
Big
strike,
bait, though,
really
yes.
quick,
hard knockdown,
It's
ton of
EX.
damage. Super Skybound's on deck. If Blooming Lotus gets hit, oh no, he could. Okay.
You might want to kill this character.
Oh no, that's gonna be a confirm into Super Skybound. Oh no, what are you guys doing?
No.
Spend your meter. Spend your. Thank you. Somebody spent the meter. You're dead.
Sensei had enough of this.
Yeah, just one of those things. Like, you know, you had to change your mid-screen combo, and so that's what Blooming Lotus do. But kind of didn't realize the meter situation that could have killed. Yeah,
Work smart, not hard. You know, in that situation, go for the damage.
and you see that 5H, even though it's -5 at that range, what can like most characters really do? It's still relatively safe.
Yeah, you ain't doing much. I don't think Laziva gets that much. Oh, the whip grab, back throw. All right, this is where you have to be super careful. We saw this before, where things get turned around just like this side switch, where you're stuck in the corner, eating so much damage. Nice EXTP bust out, back to mid screen, jump you, hold this, does it again.
Yeah, and there's that mid-screen combo, but wasn't close enough for the
Yeah.
5L, and that's the problem with that combo.
You might
is that
need
if
to
you
check
don't
down
get
to like a 2L
yeah.
or something.
Yeah, 2L is a little bit harder now too, but
Good tick. Oh, just caught. It wasn't even jumping.
holding
I'm
up.
actually not sure what that was. He was standing. If he would have been holding up, he would have been caught in
yeah, he
crouching
would've been
state.
crouching. So yeah, I'm not sure what that was, but trying to sit back with the fireball game now. Satsu's not
Nice.
checking that a 5H cancels yet.
All right, command grab, here we go. Time to run the mix. I like that push to the corner. Does it again.
So far, the gambles by Seth Series on when to use the 2U have been really good. That's such a dangerous, coin flip for Ladiva both directions, but he's doing a really good job about not going too crazy,
Yeah,
but that
and the
was a
mix is
crouching.
going up.
The duck, but still,
It's fine.
Oh, the punish.
Able to recollect things. Seth Series going to take it 2-0. Moving on in winners.
Yeah, going into winners finals against Flower Man. So
What's
we will see
going
that
on
later.
with the Bell players? What's going on? The character's still strong. What's going on? You don't have the far age confirms in the EX. What's going on? But they're not others just yet. Like to see them come back. I gotta give them some leeway. You have to acclimate to the changes. When your character's really damn good and you're playing a different season, you have to adjust to this season. So
And I don't even know how much Isaiah's really played. To be completely honest, he put in a lot of work in Bellio when Bellio first came out, and I haven't seen him play too much yet. But want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, like you said, adjusting to the Bellio changes, adjusting to character changes, adjusting to playing a bunch of different games. So we will still see him in losers.
All right, so that we are going to be moving down to the losers bracket, clear up some of our losers matches. Up first, I believe, is Super Saiyan Kid against NV.
Yes. Yeah, another big task for Super Saiyan Kid, another like zoner type character. See if that patience can be put to use to have that explosive offense from SSK start to shine.
And I'd be interested to hear if these two have played before, just because SSK enters, almost everything he can. He gets a lot of different matches in lobby, in ranked, in other tournaments. There's a higher likelihood that SSK actually has played someone from the Granblue PC community than probably Zach and I combined. So we'll see, if there's any knowledge in there.
And we'll see,
big
but we
5H.
already saw NB.
Ooh, 5H.
Yeah, big 5H round start. We saw already NB really control the pace and prey on people's habits, like right there, the jump in for a gigantic anti-air combo.
quite a bit of damage for that one. And the push right here. You got to figure out a way in. EX is going to be denied. Sorry, no entry.
Already showing shutting down one of SSK's favorite moves is that command dash. Shutting it down real quick is NB.
Finally confirmed. No big deal though. Has the corner push.
Okay.
Nice confirmed.
It's close enough.
Into the
Yeah.
Skybound art. Let's go.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things about Kazuyoshi. Her normals leave her out there if it whiffs.
What a check. Oh! Okay, SSK
this
only
week-
needs like 1 or 2 hits here. You know, one 5H and a
Great
214
cancel.
HH would seal this round. Oh, but caught the counter
But that's safe
hit.
for NV.
Yeah. You saw SSK try to go for that scoot out to get rid of the trap real quick, but yeah, NV's on point. It's not like NV can react to that either. It's like you have to do it preemptively.
All right, able to get a
So
stock.
far out for that DP to punish.
Okay, stuff that, yeah, I like the crouching confirm. Hard knockdown for no resources. Here's the mix,
There it
good
is.
tech.
Super Saiyan
Nice
Kid
win
tried
on
the
there.
smother.
Each.
This is a good range, I think, to play at. You can blow up the traps, interrupt a lot of what she wants to do.
Yeah, good
and
use
get
of the
some damage on
gunflame to clear
deck.
the traps.
And like where Super Saiyan Kid is playing, not taking too big risks, but knows the positioning advantage, but NV's pushing out to the corner. Oh. Okay.
Oh,
so
actually
five-
doesn't eliminate.
Oh,
Okay.
I
yeah,
like that.
5H, I guess, not low enough.
I actually really like that EX stock usage. He was far enough away, he got away with it. Now he doesn't have to play for stocks for a little while. He can focus on just neutral and mix.
Especially now he has a corner, could
Oh,
explode
big
its
confirm.
damage, picking up.
Oh. That sucker up right there.
All right,
Stuck
grab.
in the corner. This is not
Hard
where you want to be with your
knockdown.
cog. Only one option is this guy, but finds the button, the right time to press.
Nice
Sky
confirm.
Battle are going to go in this combo.
Really solid combo there from MV. Great damage.
Envy's been putting in work with getting that counter hit 2 H's with the traps out. We've seen in all the sets Envy's played today has been really putting in a lot of damage off of the anti-airs.
I just like the innate defense. The times to press have been mostly correct. And instead of just like busting out, it's like, I'm going to wait, delay, and then I'm going to land this. And I'm going to
that's
max
the
amount of
thing.
damage.
When you're a Cagliostro player, sometimes you're going to be in the corner. It's inevitable, right? And how you defend out of that corner is what Envy's been doing really well in the set so far. That 5H is a little dangerous though, but wow! Didn't come in time to get rid of the trap. But I like Super Saiyan Kid stocking up where Cagliostro has a hard time really punishing it.
Nice frame check.
And now, and the damage potential right here is why those stocks matter a lot and stacking up even more stonks.
In this season, you really have to have the stocks to get the damage with this character. That's where everything really lies. And that's the danger of the character, too. When you have the
Nice.
stocks, you have to think about what they're going to do.
And that was great use of the stocks to throw a medium gunflame. Oh, a little too far for the confirm.
But still got the corner push.
Has some of those 5U stock does Cagliostro, that fireball, that little rock projectile a little bit more stocked up. There it is.
I think I'd really like to see SSK continue using the medium gunflame and not the EX, right? Maintain his timer
What
and
a whip punish!
keep clearing traps. SSK, though, gets around on the board, staying alive.
It's like his third time with punishing one of Cagliostro's moves into Sky now. Been super consistent with it, but I like it.
No, nice punish by Envy. He
Right,
got
cancel?
something, but
Okay.
another good jail. Well, that's okay. Wasn't dialing things out fast enough. That probably would have been a punish.
Here we
Good
go. Corner, how does Envy defend again?
He goes for the sweep. Ultis plus frames late tech, or normal tech, I should say. Maybe in prime position, not at the side switch.
That might have been
switch to
DP
get
in
out
the
of
other
corner.
direction.
It is hard. It's so fast. Like EX teleport is just so fast. You have to be super ready for it. Oh,
Good patience here. There's the JU baited out.
finally changing his jump arc to defeat that 2H, which has been a thorn in Super Saiyan Kid's side. Just a little late on challenging that cancel.
Let's find that final hit.
Nice. Oh no, he didn't dial it
Oh,
out.
he didn't dial it out. That's
Yikes. And another brave check come out of NB. Super Saiyan Kid had the 5H, but wasn't buffering the super, wasn't ready to confirm it.
stocking up again. That's super huge. That's been super huge in
Okay,
this
this is
match.
gonna be counter hit.
A big counter hit. Gonna
Knockdown.
spend the EXDP to get a knockdown.
So now the onus is on Super Saiyan Kid to be watching this character. I like that dash up, come and grab, baby. It still works. But, Envy finds a hit, though. Back to mid-screen. I keep saying that, Super Saiyan Kid has to start thinking about what Envy wants to do in terms of trying to get out.
Oh,
wait for
didn't
those
get the
delayed
sweet
buttons,
spot.
but back in the corner you go.
That was actually kind of a rough loss there for SSK. He didn't get the sweet spot on the 214 HH, so he lost the stock but didn't get the damage. Able to collect some damage here from the Skybound, though.
Prime position to take this.
What's
This is where you want to
214?
be. Don't let things slip away,
Wow.
though.
big sweep. I don't think Envy really wanted that close. Oh, but got counter hit with the trap. But now Super Saiyan Kid does have a considerable life lead, but goes in, no regard for his life.
Okay, the
man,
grand.
dash up, overhead the Callisto special.
From half screen.
Oh my. I was just about to say Super Saiyan Kid was sitting pretty on that life lead, but decided to throw all that out the window with that huge risk, and it paid off.
I really like that round start teleport. SSK has shown round start 5-5H a couple of times. I like the idea there from Envy to round start teleport behind and try to catch the whiff punish. Instead was able to just find the grab mix up. And again, not getting the sweet spot despite having stocks. That was
Wow, that 2-8 hit behind her!
You know what? What are physics?
We don't question hitboxes out here.
Speaking of hitboxes, Super Saiyan Kid trying to use that 5H, and there it is, but didn't confirm it to anything. There's the EX dash command grab. Has a great positioning to Super Saiyan Kid. Ooh, great blocks, doesn't get hit with the trap this time. 2L,
he swung with the 5H. Okay, able to get through this through the projectile here. SSK still not a lot of health. Yeah, nice delay on the 2H. Tried to fake out to get the throw. Didn't go for the JU mix, and Envy let the 2H rock.
Yeah, great patience for Envy, not to just throw out that skybound, because he knows in chip range.
Oh no! SSK is just kind of being wrong on the JU RPS a couple times here. All right, getting EX off the table. What a check!
Interrupts the EX? Yeah. EV is reading this man. Reading a lot of
I was going to ask if that worked. I was actually earlier wondering if that would cover both sides of the teleport.
Somebody said when that Cagliostro first came out, like, that's not practical. You can't react with the stock into that. Well, Super Saiyan Kid just proved people wrong.
No, SSK is like negative 18 years old. He has the infant reactions.
Not dulled by time and stress and gray hairs.
And there, speaking of, there's the punish on the fireball, and we're going to match point both players.
Both sides. I've been stuff on both sides. The reads are coming through, the reactions. And we'll see how it plays out.
I love that Super Saiyan Kid is definitely aware going in with the stocks. No, he's going to lead the damage. I like the check.
And look at the damage for a jab check. A little too far for the grab.
Getting a little too thirsty there, and now Envy has a lot of screen to work with.
Watch this all out. Good defense by Super Saiyan Kid. Heavy stock up. Jump you.
Good timing on the teleport this time.
Delay on both sides.
No, the next hit is going to matter a lot in this match, right? Whoever eats the next big chunk of damage going to be in such a worse position, and it looks like that's going to be NV.
Not going to quite be dead, but we do have a mix available. What's it going to be?
Good tech.
Oh, delay!
Attack! Oh. Stays alive, but for how long?
That was a great delay for both players. SSK looking for the skybound option since it was available. NV looking for the grab. Oh, that was a dangerous spot dodge. Oh, this is going to get some damage. Yeah, not full animation. Relatively light damage. The problem for MV here is that was the only invuln option. There's nothing to mash.
Not enough.
Oh, and the overhead to close it. SSK moving on.
Damn. The problem is, dash up, I'm going to get this command grab. This still works. Super Saiyan Kid. With the level 3.
You know, Envy did come into my house, you know, beat me in my own tournament, but forgot about my son. You forgot about the boy, all right? Been raising him. It takes a village. It takes a village to raise a gatekeeper. We've been working very hard at this. Welcome to the fucking waifu dome.
But yeah, definitely shout outs to Envy though. I saw a lot of impressive stuff, and you don't see Cagliostro too often anymore. And yeah, lots of great neutral decisions, and just I got caught with some of those EX command dashes that Super Saiyan Kid loves. But great set.
All right, so up next, looks like it's gonna be we're gonna go to some slightly older players here. Gonna be myself. I'm lumping Isaiah in with me. We're playing old man games now.
Even though Isaiah's like early 20.
He's like 20, 22 or something. Gonna be myself up against Blooming Lotus.
Yeah. And so, like I was mentioning earlier, like when we had offline Granblue, this was a matchup you saw often in the Chicago scene. Is like Callisto versus Blooming Lotus. And so going with the Bell now, though, not going for the Matera. And we saw, a little bit of maybe either rust or trying to adjust to some of the combo routes that this new Bellio post-patch, post-nerf.
It looked really minor, right? Just like
yeah, they're minor.
Using a button where a different button would have definitely worked. The route itself was correct, but not seeing the spacing on close versus far normals.
I do commend Blooming Lotus on the color choice, matching the shades with the burn color. Nice. Already powered up.
Did he consult the Bell community to make sure that he can have this costume and color? Is this,
wow,
is this
that just
something
stuffed my 2H.
been discussed?
And that's
You know what?
that's a big change compared to pre-patch. You see the second hit actually just got stuffed instead of counter hitting me.
Goes up for the throw. Callisto.
I didn't have
The
any
block
timers,
stuff from Blooming Lotus.
Well,
I'm gonna actually.
and yeah, and that's another big thing is that
no.
on counter hit, you're not going to get that combo anymore off that 5H last hit. Nice recognition from Blooming Lotus on the crouching, though. You can still get that combo on crouchers.
I swung too early.
Max range sweep jump. You works out again. Doesn't get a counter hit. Holding this man down.
What
Plus
are you
from
doing?
confirm.
What?
I like that from Callisto.
Stop that.
Listen, what are you
You know
doing?
better than that.
like a punishment, like a timeout. What are you doing? Take 15 in your room, brother.
And it's just finding that, the 5H, even though it's nerf, is going to be your big bet in this matchup. And confirming off the crouching, Blooming Lotus has done beautifully so far, but has the mid-screen. Yeah, that 2M is still going to be slow as well.
Oh, it's mash and
goes to
DP, and there
EX.
was never a gap. That was all a true block string.
And the interesting part is that Blooming Lotus was always a fan of using that M Fireball follow-up, and now you kind of have to use it more because of the nerfs.
Nice, JU. I like that
Nice
punish a
jump,
lot.
you.
I had a misconfirm. I really like that.
Hey, we're not going to
Smart
spend the
doesn't play that one.
2-1-4H. Oh, where are you going? Get down.
You do it to me enough times, I'll find the 2H. I promise you. I promise you that if you jump at me enough times, I'll eventually anti-air you.
All right, Callisto.
Ah.
Gonna be the man's day. This might be his day again. He's won one of these tournaments, or maybe
Gotta
two.
know that Callisto has seen the jump use, seen the medium DP so many times. He has specific punishes to get this 2H damage on deck. Blooming Lotus missing confirms.
Walk up throw. Gets a counter hit. Callisto, maybe not fighting all these confirms, but still has a lot of damage. Now, my man said, shut the hell up, dog. I'm going to find this confirm off this 2M and put Blooming Lotus in the corner.
That's really one of the
I
best
thought I
things
could get a
that
button
Cat
in there,
has
actually.
over most characters is these normals that really put Bell. It's a little bit harder for Bell to deal with. I mean, he still has ways to deal with it, but
I think Bell might have a little chonk while crouching. I can't believe I got close 5M from there, actually. No, great
Nice
punish.
Damn.
and that far 5M is still really good too. So you're gonna have to use that a little bit more now that 5H is a little bit more unsafe.
The jump you right here into the
Nice
DP.
backdash.
Set knockdown back away, and I like that 2M.
Oh, he jumped out of the 5H. Wow, I can't believe that hit. That didn't hit. All the stagger pressures are coming in for Callisto. Sweep.
Sweep.
Good blocks.
Hard knockdown. Hold this. That 2.
Yeah,
I like how Callisto's just avoiding that.
Yeah, Callisto has
stuffed
been
up.
weaving in and out of 2M into that whiff punish. My goodness.
Yeah, Cat, one of the fortunate characters that can pretty much always punish 214L coming from Belial there. You got to do the M if you want to get away from it safely, but of course that introduces the gap where then Cat can, be stuffing it before it comes out. So a little bit of an RPS there. All right, so we'll see where this leaves us. I think it's going to be about time for Winners Finals.
Winners Finals. Yeah, and it'll be Flower Man versus Seth series. Seth series as an Iron Will has had a couple of rough showings this past couple times, but now it's showing up strong in Winners Finals up against Flower Man.
And Seth did kind of the right thing when you're having like a rough stretch, right? He took a break. kind of recalibrated his thoughts around the game. He came back, and he's been playing really well the past few weeks, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, and we'll see. And it seemed like, I felt like that Seth I saw in the chat was doing a lot of homework on the Yule, knew the frames on some of these follow-ups, and so we'll see how it works out. Flowerman, of course, no stranger to picking a new character up and doing well with her.
Yeah, and I spoke about this matchup with Flowerman before the tournament, actually, and he does find it relatively challenging because of the weaknesses to lows that Yule has, and Ladiva's to you just being a good low, right? It's obviously a big risk for the Ladiva player.
I was going to say, because you can't play the long-range game with this character safely, build up some of that damage and also feel really comfortable. You have to be in front of the face, at least in mid-range and close, that you're always close enough to possibly get command grab, but it's not happening out here. Get this EX in the corner.
The counter hit. That stance M is just so good. It's going to crush a lot of
I got mixed. I thought that was your overhead.
And what you said...
Yeah, we were saying it looks like an overhead, but it's just a
No,
stance
it's similar to the medium follow-up for Percival's command run. It would be an overhead in most games, right? But it's not in this one. That's a mid. However, that mid has the same priority at least of heavy normals. We'll find out if we eventually see it clash or not with Ladiva 2U. We'll know for sure it's a level 3, but would be a weird situation.
Big grab though. Big DP. And that's one of the things that, despite being rough, having to be close to Ladiva, you do have a DP, so you do have that mind game of trying to throw that in there.
And something that I think is important is that being forced to play compact, that sort of goes both ways in this matchup, because the stance auto parry is going to smoke Ladiva 5M, right? Like her main poke in neutral. Oh, God.
Damn, the counter hit comes through. Does he get a follow-up?
Seth, I'm sorry, but you're a Street Fighter 5 player. You should be beating that. You were raised in online dash button. You can do this. All right, good confirm here. Going to get the hard knockdown, even with the DP. He doesn't actually take the safe jump, though. This should do it. Yeah, good SPD tick.
Yeah. Nice composure to... After that wild sequence of 10 seconds of nothing happening to a dash medium.
Okay, good confirm. Wrap the bat for Flowerman. Plus streams again. Seth series definitely knows how to deal with this character.
Ball one anti-air into the hard knockdown.
That happened.
Yeah, it's kind of like making you to do something. I feel like a lot of times you really don't have to, but here it is again. Yeah, I like the walk up now, but the jumping is a little bit too risky.
And we're finding that scary part for Ladiva, right? When there's multiple ranges that she can't jump in. And that setup is very good. So that is a normal setup. I'm not sure if the 2L is DP safe, like if it's really meaty, but it's a fake safe jump. The button on the way down whiffs. You're never going to get blocked, but if you're not expecting to down back there, you're going to get hit. It's so fast to react. Nice, good check. Okay, this is a good start. Set series finding a way in right away. Gets an SPD.
Yes.
Nice challenge up in the second part of the EX headbutt. And yeah, now this is a little bit different because one, Ladiva has the life lead. Yeah, she can sit back and be like, okay, I don't have to do anything.
Nothing's put in the corner. Nice duck underneath the Lariat. Gets a full conversion. The wall bounce close enough for it. Gets the XDP hard knockdown.
On
Double
again.
dash. We talked about how real that setup is.
And a reset. Yo, was he watching the trailer?
Let's get hit with a trailer combo like
Double
that.
dash.
On the other side.
Neutral
Sick
charge.
mix.
Yeah, that was a great sequence in the corner from Flowerman there. Like, I got mixed multiple times. And you can see that, right?
The strength of this character.
It's only been a few days, and we're already showing, Flowerman has a lot of advanced thought in terms of setting up situations to get the anti-air that he wants, establishing the strike throw game, and that's sort of what this character is, just stick and move, get one button in. Oh, he tried to go back in for the whiff punish, but it's still active.
Oh,
great anti-air.
Great anti-air confirm. Yeah, Flowerman is showing a lot of optimized stuff already.
And again, the triple to add one more dash? This really is Street Fighter 5. There we go. Yeah, Seth's had enough.
Yeah,
nice
we're talking
confirm.
about canceling into the 2-2 move, having a big gap, and if you don't check it, you're going to hold plus frames, but great stuff from Seth series. Oh, big bet! Alexa not go into Skybound for this next mix of the kill, but went for it all.
Oh, great use of the JU to come back down and punish. I actually didn't think that you would be able to get a punish there. Flower Man looking good. Keep in mind, though, this is winners finals. This is a 3 out of 5 set.
Still a 3 out of 5, and you know, as a Godiva player, once you start getting hot, once the mind games start going, you could potentially take it back from any deficit.
But can you do it against someone like Flowerman? Can you do it against this character that's been put on the mix after mix? And it does feel like there's like, you need a lot of time to really understand like the different moves and things like that come out of the character to not get caught with these I don't want to say
that was all right.
but definitely
That was pretty cool.
Something different on the deck.
But the 2U's pretty sick
no,
too.
you don't want to spot dodge there. And another reset. Okay, yeah, things were going downhill real fast for Flower Man. He decided to... If that DP was red, that round was over. Set series, though, still in control here. Nice, another tick.
Command grab.
Okay.
Wake up, I think this might be blocked.
Yeah, blocked into a punish.
Easy combo.
Nicely done.
Great punish. Single button into EX. There could have been another 30% health sitting on Yule's side there, and she would have still been smoked.
And I always love grappler players. They're not deterred if a read doesn't go right. Even if they lose a game off it, they'll still run their game. And that's what you have to do, have an iron will.
All right, there's a reset.
The reset again.
And caught the
Where
jump.
are you going, says Seth?
You know, and that TP
like
right there,
out.
that TP is fine because Yule can't outzone, right? She doesn't have the projectiles. She can't keep you away forever. All you have to do is not let this life lead get even back up. So Set Series did a really good job of like just eating a DP. It was worth the mix because if that mix landed without getting DP'd, he wins.
Doesn't matter what the game
part
is.
About this, though,
what a 5-half.
Confirm.
Oh,
that
no.
Max is at the very tip of the toe.
No counter hit confirmed.
Jump you, no punish.
Anyone's match right now. Bit of a gamble here from Seth.
Right there. Or at least close to it.
So far, the gambles for Seth have paid off. He's got pretty solid stage positioning here, and that's going to be a whiff punish into the EX headbutt. Great conversion.
One of the interesting things I'm seeing from this match, especially the way Flower Man is playing it, is that the person in this matchup so far who has the life lead is going to sit pretty and like wait on not taking a risk. Like right here, like Flower Man's in stance just baiting Seth to do something, but now that Seth has the life lead, well, that goes away quickly, but they typically sit back a little bit more, plus frames.
And the backdash into stance at round start is like relatively good for Yule there because only Lariat is going to reach, except Lariat is going to get auto parried, so. Flower Man with pretty good health.
The 2U of Destiny
Where's
can
the
always win
DP
off of
coming?
1-2U.
That's the question, right? Back in the corner. And there's the DP.
There it is.
Is this airborne?
It's airborne.
Let's
go. The punish.
I honestly, I didn't have time to lab that out when I had played Flower Man this morning. I was curious about that myself, if that was an airborne move, and there's your answer.
So that makes that puts it in a space where Yule's pressure against Godiva is going to be super strong because that's always going to be safe.
Yes, keep in mind that the reversal options, the skybound options that Godiva has, she has 2 invuln grabs, but the other one isn't strike invuln right away. It's only really invuln projectiles. All right, we got a bit of a hitch there. Maybe just on the spectator side, players might have felt it too. Either way, Set Series able to sort of clean things up here, has the advantage.
Oh, went for the third one, big risk, but you know, after this, the skybound's not available for Flower Man, so you know, it's actually okay for Seth.
That's a really good point. Like, no matter what happens, Seth is not going to get killed by a single hit with this amount of health with that skybound being gone.
And you gotta know that Flower Man was gonna go for like a big damage on that overhead, and great check from Set Series. Oh, doesn't crouch the EX Lariat, and there's the 2U block, but not a great punish.
I really like that DP coming out of Flower Man because since it was EX Lariat that got in to begin with, the big punish starter was already gone. So why not just risk the DP? And importantly, Flower Man did a non-EX DP, so the DP timer was still available as well. This round, though, going downhill.
Seth is cooking now. There's the DP. Big DP from Flower Man. Desperately needed that.
Gonna need to be so much work to run this back.
Oh, bad DP. No sympathy on that bad DP. Punish. This is the finish. Set Series tying this up.
Yeah, the defensive decisions from Seth so far, knowing the situations, what Flower Man needs to do to get big damage, and is not giving him that.
The nice side is, I think...
Flower Man also...
I was going to say, I think that lag spike was only spectator side because we didn't see any delay when they went to rematch. It just went right back in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. There it is. It goes over that grab.
Auto parry, the 5M. I talked about that earlier. You got to watch out when poking against this character at that range. Hard knockdown. Good chunk of damage.
Knockdown. And stance pressure there. And it's again, it's crushing everything.
This button is blessed. Not enough for the finish. You still got a little bit more to work with. Cecil can still make the comeback.
Oh, and there it is again.
He does it again.
Stance 5M. You got to know that. I mean, to some point, you would think that the Godiva player will pick up quickly because it's very similar to 5U, except it's not minus 30 like the 2U coming out of Godiva, right? But how it works in terms of priority is very similar to the sweep. If it lands on the same frame as the medium, Yule is winning that exchange. The sequences are right here.
This round started because Fireman was in stance and just got ran up command grabs. That series has a healthy life lead in this round. Big DP again. Fireman needed it. 2 hits. Got to watch out for it. Oh, this is a punish on the other side. Hard knockdown. You get the hard knockdown. Good block. Stance pressure. It's been great so far. Yeah, great block. Important block.
Lesson.
And the tick.
Command grab. And we got a last game, last round. Winner's final set. Who's it going to be? Okay, there's the stance pressure again. Let's see if he gets walk up command guard. No, just the 5M. There's the big bait on the 2U.
And this is looking a lot better for punishes in terms of the two, or sorry, yeah, the sweep right there, because that has not been punished enough, and now Fireman getting a lot more off these interactions. Dash up a little bit too much, my friend. This is not Street Fighter 5. Relax. EX Lanzo.
That's huge. Getting the counter hit. Big DP, not afraid. 2D bait. We have that mid-screen damage. Isn't that big, but the pressure afterward is. Great stuff on that. Gonna send the skybound. Enough.
I don't think this is enough.
Okay, relatively low damage.
Oh,
what a bait.
Boom!
The double hitting JH makes it a very easy punish on the way down. Great set, though, for both players. Flowerman going to be moving on to the winner's side of Grand Finals.
That was great. I liked watching that. There was a lot of mind games in that neutral with that stance. You know, you saw Seth just run up and grab the stance out of there. You saw Flower Man just stand there sometimes. That was fun to watch.
All right, so that's going to take us to our loser semifinals. We're going to move back to a 2 out of 3. It's going to be myself coming up against Super Saiyan Kid. So we played a little bit of a longer set. I believe it was either last week or the week after. He was running me very close, actually. It was normally where the set would be like, 14-2 for me. It was like 10-6. And he was definitely showing some good stuff. So we'll see what SSK has in store for me right now.
Yeah, besides some of the clutch offensive sequences, one of the things I saw really that SSK did well is that he hit almost every buffer confirm to whiff punish.
Yeah,
right?
there were no misconfirmed supers or anything.
Which we typically see him do sometimes when he's really fishing for it, but no, he hit that pretty much every time. So yeah, we will see the Cat Percy matchup, the SSSO Classic, SSK versus Callisto. What's it going to be? The space that he's going at, but yeah, Super Saiyan Kid is one to try and react to the fireballs with the EXDP a little bit too hasty there and finds himself in the corner because of it.
DP ender right here, Callisto going in. Super Saiyan Kid trying to find the right moment to bust out with a lot of plus frames right here. 2M, no buffer after that, but just poking away. DP again as an anti-air. Watch the skies, no surprise. Callisto going to get that perfect.
Yeah, and that whole round kind of crumbled apart because he tried to EXDP a fireball and it just wasn't there. But now I'm trying to go in.
Nice DP, busting a lot of pressure here.
Yeah, Super Saiyan Kid not afraid to throw those out from time to time, and now trying to put those long-range normals into effect. Wow, that you gotta imagine that wasn't what he wanted again. Oh no.
Woo.
Okay. Woo. Okay.
But again, the nerf. But still, gets a side switch. That's not super bad for Super Saiyan Kid. Getting that corner push right.
If he would have swatted that neutral jump in the anti-air, I would have lost it.
Damn.
Good challenge. Nice delay on the challenge, actually. Kind of called out the exact amount of forward movement that I had.
It's the Alex to try and... Oh my god! Okay, pressure again. Into auto combo. Gun flame. Big
I should've
jump in
trusted.
from Callisto. So close to the
Nice
corner
game right
and
here.
nursing a small life lead.
Oh shit!
There it is.
I got.
Yeah. You gotta know.
I didn't challenge the EX dash. I should have.
And Super Saiyan Kid,
No.
after that first perfect for Callisto. Oh my goodness!
My man says stop. Like, relax.
Yeah, Cat one of
Nice
the only
lead, though.
characters to get something meaningful off of that 5H whiff. With that EX thrust, and there it is again,
Just as
right?
you said. Big
Not a lot of
Good
characters can
corner
get
play.
something off of their normal if they whiff punish that 5H, but Cat can, and that's been putting in work for Callisto.
Yeah, it's the danger of round start 5H, right? As Catalina, if I just step back half a step, I'm out of 5H range at round start. So it's actually, it involves giving up ground at round start, which is like not always a very good thing to do in neutral. But if I have a read that they're going to open with 5H, it's a free punish.
Nice. And so yeah, Callisto off the strong performances of a couple of whip punishes goes up 1-0. I like this. Super Saiyan Kid took a little bit of time to breathe, think about some stuff. Sometimes you hit rematch too far and you haven't processed what happened.
we both came in with the sweep? Okay. Nice
Trying to play
anti-air.
neutral anymore. Tired of that. Yeah, good 2H and the EX DP. Not gonna go
good
for
bait.
stock if he's already got 2 right here
bait.
and another punish on this DP.
A huge chunk of damage and has the corner control as well. Gunflame cancels. And using that 5M, loves to use that move. Oh, and he's walking back and forth.
So
Controlling this really well, but
no!
you gotta know that's what he was waiting for, but just didn't have the right option dialed up available, and now finds something in the corner challenge.
I wanted that.
He wanted that dash throw though. Try and hit him with his own special. And now this should be enough for the finish?
Yeah, that's plenty.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Cat. That's Cat.
She definitely
so
still
match
has
point
those.
here.
And yeah, there's the 2H now. I like it a lot better. I need the
Super Saiyan
right
Kid,
options.
going for that
There
stock?
it is. I need 2M challenge on the EX command dash. But
Oh,
Super Saiyan Kid
fucking
still
nice.
has
Come
the
on. Alright, I don't have anything,
Going
so I
to
have
the
to actually back
corner.
up timer-wise. I probably could have done EXDP on that to get a hard knockdown. Bad routing on my side.
But Super Saiyan Kid playing it patient, but gets caught with the stagger pressure.
I missed my super.
Oh, EXO?
It's okay though, I'm in pretty good shape here.
But
He's got to be careful with
yeah,
not
but being in the
canceling
corner-
things.
Oh, he's Fireball connects. Not enough for the finish. Chip situation right here. But this could all end. If Super Saiyan Kid
Oh, I
gets
thought
the
that would
overhead,
actually chip.
but doesn't get the couple. No.
Oh, okay. I thought the EX Fireball that I hit earlier had actually already created. I really wish the game's UI gave some indication on if somebody is in chip range if they already burned their super.
I think that's a problem that a lot of people wanted, but Super Saiyan Kid with the clutch performance to clutch that out, still alive in this bracket. Now he's feeling it. Pushing Callisto to the corner again, but great jump in from Callisto.
Okay,
Plus
good
frames. He baited it out. Big chunk of damage. It's falling apart. Oh, but speaking of
DP?
falling apart,
This is big for Callisto. 2 more good sequences right here. Spell Doom put himself
I'm dead.
until the bumper there, baby. The
Okay.
skewer,
Not quite
enough.
yet. Oh, I should have done
The
it.
dash up throw.
I should have done it. You guys know what was coming. I was like, you know what? Maybe I won't do it this time. Sweep super would have
You gotta go
definitely
into
hit.
Shin mode now. You gotta go into Shin mode now. Like there's no
Kid, the
holding back
heart
anymore.
to clutch that out with a
You
great
gotta teach your son a lesson right
DP
here.
baits. Oh, but the jump-ins have been working beautifully. Callisto has the corner. Here we go. Big damage. Safe jump.
Oh, come on.
DP.
This one delayed, and I like how that works out. Get him some stocks on the deck and possibly get that push to the corner. Callisto, however, still got the positioning.
Oh yeah, and now Callisto's upping the pace. And yeah, and Super Saiyan Kid getting some missed inputs now because of it. Ground, wall bounce, because of that counter hit light thrust.
Jump you blocked. Super Saiyan Kid on death's door.
Great block.
We've seen this
on
before.
that. And no EX command dash available, so Callisto can kind of play this out. And there it is, weird chip territory again, but not quite. Oh. Callisto is definitely
prop.
upping up the pace now.
Yeah, I think it's hard for a Super Saiyan Kid to handle these jump-ins like reliably that we've seen before because of the movement from the EXDP. So he has to go for these perfect 2Hs, and they're not always working out. That and also being in the corner, he's just really stressed and getting oppressed. Callisto on match point. Can he keep it here and take it all the way? Or is Super Saiyan Kid just going to find these right moments, just like right here? H into EX.
Oh, Callisto's not deterred from the DPs though, even though it threw away a couple rounds. Here we go. Not in time for a EX thrust, but Callisto has a small life lead and the positional advantage.
Fucking up. Was it raw? Still stuck in the corner.
Oh, again,
Punish.
I don't know what he's trying for
where's
there.
my super?
Doesn't go for Skybound. Misses it. And
Yep.
Super Saiyan
So make it
Kid,
dash
the
up.
classic.
Gotta react when you see the flash. EXTP Super Saiyan Kid.
I tried to
Oh my
backdash.
god, he held up. Or not,
Oh
held
my
up.
god.
The jump you.
Blocks. Super Saiyan
Pressure.
Kid, the defense on the deck.
The low not quite in time for
I'm dead.
No, the buffer up the end. You see, it was a setup. In and out, 1, 2, 3. No bodies, please. Super Saiyan Kid Callisto.
Stock
Final game.
twice.
Final round.
Stock twice 5M your push. Oh my god.
Wow,
Can't believe he done
that
it.
punished my jab?
Bruh.
Oh, the big chunks are coming in.
The fireball at far range. But you gotta be careful. That can't be whip punch. That can definitely help
There's the
Callisto
jump
out
you.
from
Oh,
positioning.
big bet.
That
Oh, but think of the
sucks.
conversion. He interrupts the EX. That's so unfortunate that EX starts off the table.
Okay, I'm
That
done.
is very
I gotta
good.
stop on mashing.
This is big.
Does this confirm? No, it doesn't. Callisto with the one sign of life, but getting hit with the 5H. Run out grab, no stock for you. Well, he did get the stocks though. Grab again. Nage.
Shin Callisto. It's Shin Callisto time right now. Maybe it's too late though.
Oh, I
Except
thought that was
EX,
gonna whip.
But the
GG's.
4H.
GG's.
SSK sneaking it out.
Is on a tear after that match point clutch, facing match point, baited out 2 DPs that started rolling afterwards, and Super Saiyan Kid is gonna go on to losers finals top 3.
Yep, that's going to set up a
Bruh.
3 out of 5 between Super Saiyan Kid and Seth series here. Yeah, really
That's
nice
so sad. The
checks.
fathers have to fight their kid. The fathers have been teaching the Super Saiyan Kid, and they're gonna beat him down. One's down, but there's one more that remains.
the Final Fantasy VII, the pagoda. Gotta work your way up, fight all the dads and uncles, trying to get one plate.
Can he do it though? Can he make
SSK's like,
this
I'm
run?
tired. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of missing out on the good turkey leg. I've been waiting for this long ass line of people so I can get the 13th plate.
But once again, Super Saiyan Kid has a lot of mentors, has a lot of dads in the community, and he's gonna have to go up against another one of his, one of his papas. Again, it's that series, Super Saiyan Kid Losers Finals.
And again, this is a 3 out of 5.
Yep, a 3 out of 5. Seth series had a really, really close match against Fireman. You gotta know he wants to play that Yule again, but we'll see Super Saiyan Kids on the tear with the reactions, with the offense today. But playing it patient so far,
Nice.
spacing it out well, but yeah, you can't do that.
And notice that was a
against
punish.
EX
Like, that was great usage of the lariat. That was an outright punish from half screen. And both of these have similar tools to do that, right? Like, they both can whip punish from very far away, and they both have some relatively high recovery options. Nice backdash.
Stop
Look at
running
Grab
them
City.
in.
Nice conversion right here. The meaty, no vegan.
Yeah, but like I said, once Seth gets the corner, he's been really, really patient and reserved, just using that 5M to harass, and it's been working out beautifully. I like the consistency of it.
Yeah, and you even saw like the backdash after the knockdown to make sure that he had that positioning for the 5M that he wanted, right? That he wasn't just swinging 5M. He wanted specifically to kind of be at the edge of the leg there.
Yeah, and especially because Super Saiyan Kid has been very, very explosive so far, you can't take as much risks. Oh, but got soaked
too
in the leg.
far!
Oh, not quite in time.
Yeah, he did have Super Skybound available, which would have worked, but still, SSK doing pretty good here. Last call, gotta watch out for these
Look at him.
buttons.
EX. Super Saiyan Kid now ducking to get over those laureates, but the trade in favor of Super Saiyan Kid.
And that trade is
I like
actually
that run a lot more for him.
That trade is actually for most times a good trade for Ladiva. Just in that situation, there was so little health on Seth Series' side that it was enough. Whoa, big 5H. Where are you going?
Oh.
Punish.
And
There we go.
yeah, great punish on that.
Down.
Yeah, he's
If
getting
you're a little
knocked
bit
down,
late
right?
on it, that 2L. Yeah, that
he's
2L,
not-
I'm like, okay, let me get it.
He's not really like cashing out damage on these sweeps. So for Seth, I mean, the dice roll isn't so bad for you when you're wrong so far, so I see him continuing to do it. SSK, though, you can see kind of like finding his footing on the punishes. All right, big round right here to see who's going to take game one. There's the overhead, too far for the SPD. SSK not out of this round yet. And there's the lariat.
The X roll, yeah.
Yeah, caught him off guard.
And that's the thing that Seth's been testing SSK so far is like, are you ducking the EX Lariat in neutral or in the block strings? And it hasn't worked out for SSK yet.
Yeah.
But a longer set.
Sometimes you got to play that like that Alex Myers Chun like teabag style, right? You got to put in some micro ducks into your neutral against Ladiva if they're showing that lariat to try to duck it and catch that punish.
That series have been really money with a lot of these DPs today.
Big damage on the EX SPD.
Oh, but still, Super Sick Kid not deterred.
Yeah,
I like this. Bust out, but the sweep though, hard knockdown. Gotta hold this real quick. In the counter, try to mash, caught him, and this goes to Seth Series. I feel like Super Saiyan Kid has an idea of how to play this matchup in a slow pace, but then Seth Series just catches him off guard, and then it comes almost to a wrap. Like, that's it.
Nice.
And that's one of the big things in fighting game is like you can have your game plan, and like when it's slowed down, it's like okay, I'm understanding it. But if the pace starts racking up and you have to make these decisions split second, it'd be a little bit harder.
That was a big chunk of damage. I really like Seth's usage both of Lariat and also of Sweep. You notice when SSK whiffed a grab, Seth, instead, you know how sometimes you'll flinch and like dial out the wrong punish on a whiff grab? He just went for the Sweep, which is an instant knockdown. You don't really have to do anything else. All right, using that Lariat.
Still testing. Yeah. Really just testing SSK. It's like, you haven't been crouching my Lariats. I'm just going to keep doing it. It's very, very vital and important to do so against Ladiva, or else, yeah, you're just going to run the game and you're going to have to hold all that like you just did.
He's got to, it's easier said than done, but he's got to definitely duck those Lariats. He's definitely have to put his own impression on the deck and stay at that right distance and not get whip punished. And then also, when Ladiva gets in, you have to start thinking about the decisions that could come, right? Maybe calm down a bit. I like the EXDP bust out from time to time, but they have to be super calculated. But now at the verge of losing, you really got to be calculated, like, you know, with some calculus on the deck.
One of the really important things to do against grappler players is show, you know, consistently shut down ways in. Not necessarily, you don't have to show that you're going to read their mix correctly every time because that's their game, right? But you do need to show that you're going to anti-air consistently, that you're going to punish, you know, dice rolls on their part that you're correct on the read, and that's when you get them to start doing wacky stuff and kind of open up more possibilities for yourself. Seth, though, just
when you're
running the train.
Yeah, when you're playing a comfortable grappler and they're feeling comfortable, they're running the train like you said. If the momentum is a real thing, like he's baiting out the DPs, he knows he doesn't have to do anything wild, and so yeah, he's reading SSK really well once it comes to the mixes.
I was just about to say, if I'm Seth, I'm the only risk I'm taking is like the occasional sweep because he's showing that like there's no need to go in against the DPs, right? He can reestablish his 5M pressure. He's playing neutral very well. Great empty jumps here. This is oh god, yeah,
a ton of
the knockdown
and the reset. Great punish sequence.
You gotta hold more sometimes, my friend.
That still got a punish on the other side. Yeah, good time. The 2H whiffs. Technically, the anti-air was baited out, but really heads-up play by Seth Series to just get that 5L in there right as Percival landed. And the 3-0. SSK hasn't, you know, doesn't have his own car yet. Seth claiming the keys back, saying, you know, you still get to use it, but not every day. You gotta ask permission.
Let's have it on the Mondays.
Yeah, great showing from SSK this week. Finally made that broke into that top 3. And yeah, you see the improvement. We say it every week, and sometimes we say it every week, but you don't see it in the results. But now it's one of those things where you're seeing it in the results now.
All right, that's going to set up our grand finals. Going to be Flower Man, presumably going to continue rocking the Yule. I would see, based on the way their set earlier went, it was a very close set, right? So we may see Flower Man attempt another character here. Of course, has plenty of characters that are specifically good against Godiva on deck. But I think he also just kind of wants to see what he can do with Yule. So at least the first set, I'd be surprised to see him change until there's a reset.
Yeah, and the interesting part is that when one of these characters got the life lead, it's interesting to see how they navigate it afterwards. But
right, like it's definitely important for either of them to get that life lead and continue their game plan and feel more comfortable at that point right there. Sometimes it's easier for Flower Man to kind of hold that because of the DP, but at the same time, Seth Series can do really well against DPs in terms of that Thrike throw pressure on the back foot. And
Flower Man
push on those sweeps too.
Look at the spacing.
Like you just said, those sweeps.
I really like how Flower Man is readjusting his spacing. He's just constantly trying to get to that tip of sweep range, because with that dropkick sweep of Godiva's, it's very fast startup. It's a 7-frame sweep, but it has active window, right? Like it doesn't come out. It'll make contact on frame 9 from further out and be more blockable if it's spaced further away. So I really like these little backdashes coming out of Flower Man. Try to maintain that positioning where if sweep does connect, it'll be later.
And we're really... Oh my god, that's so sick!
Triple dash, let's go!
That being airborne is just so key for this pressure for Yule. But big punish from Seth Series and getting the command grab working in. Oh, the DP department, I'm scared!
Big jump, wasn't able to get the punish on the way back down, but good positioning still here for Seth.
Oh. Yeah, I wonder what he's trying to do there.
I want to know what Flower Man
out of stance
is missing. I think Flower Man is expecting maybe a close 5H to dial to auto combo to punish this sweep, but because he's not buffering.
He's getting far.
Yeah, I personally usually just do one button into a special that I know will knock down.
That
could have been into Skybound, but
momentum back. And I feel like that would have been so strong in that match at that point, because I feel like that was kind of the turning point right there. You don't take the damage or those moments to get things back, and that also lets Seth Series know that you can just run this game plan. Nice duck. People have not been doing that enough. Flower Man just ducking underneath that Lariat and getting the push to the corner.
Yeah, and you mentioned like he's not punishing the sweep as big as he should be, but he's tiptoeing around it in the space really well, except there, and now can run a train.
I mean, that's the big trade-off against Godiva with the sweep, right? It's such a good option for her when it hits, but the whole point is that it has that gigantic, that minus like 25 or whatever. You need to be hitting her for at least 2K and a knockdown at mid-screen every time, right? You cannot let that get away without collecting a knockdown or a skybound or something. All right, one mix could take this for either character.
Wow.
Great block. Really good defense.
Get something and probably got auto parried with the stance, but Seth Series held on really patiently at the end of there. A lot of things didn't go his way in that first game, but still held on strong to take the first game in this grand final.
And just blocked out that last sequence. And of course, you don't want to be close to the grappler if you're anyone. So Flower Man backed off, and it allowed Seth to reestablish the 5M range. All right, I think that is what Flower Man was looking for before, was an auto combo punish, and maybe was getting far 5H instead.
Looking a little more consistent with the punishes.
Can't do that against the stance. That's for free. Gonna get the wall bounce. Has Skybound available. Gonna hold on to it. Grab. All right.
Look at this constant pressure right here. Stuck in the course. That series does not have a reversal. Remember, this character has to use Skybound art or some sort of way, but we've also seen that stance, the hop to get over that kind of thing, and there's the switch right there. And when you come through, you got to be super careful. Correct. Flower Man with one hit, and there it is. Flower Man. I like what they're starting to implement in this matchup over as time goes on.
I really like that annoying looking, he was just looking to strike and move away. He wasn't looking to buffer anything. He wasn't looking to finish the round in a single swing. Nice reaction there. Oh no, they stared at each other. Too much respect. Punish. Here we go. That's a great punish.
Coming in.
Okay.
The splash. To pick up.
It's where it starts.
Great jump. There was a delay too.
Yeah, he delayed command grab there, but great jump from Flower Man. But
I like that. Just get the positioning. Don't have to get the mix, don't have to get the hit. Slight life lead on Seth Series' side, though. The match is still looking pretty good for him right now. And there's a big counter hit. This should,
Damn, that crush. Priority system takes over, baby.
Great hit confirm. Saw the hit, got the one hit into a single EX headbutt, didn't add too much scaling. Single hit into super sky or into regular skybound. It's a very high damage
starting out
route.
the stance again. And yeah, Seth has been a little bit more reserved on defense and has been working out a little bit better in these games.
I mean, a lot
yeah,
of that
nice
first set was him getting blown up for pushing 2L against the stance 5M, and now he's just sort of blocking that situation out, taking throws occasionally, and eventually getting the knockdown he needs to get things started. Ooh! What an air-to-air confirm. Oh, she wasn't high enough. So the ground bounce off of the EX chop like that, or off the headbutt, it depends how high they are. The higher up, the more they bounce down when you hit them with the EX. Because Yule was closer to the ground, she didn't really get the bounce. That time she did, though. Seth Series putting up a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, you could see Flowerman in the decisions he make. He was tiptoeing around to you pretty well in the first game, but got caught a lot of it now, and then just can't open up Flowerman as well, or can't open up Seth as well now with the pressure.
Command grab city. Here we go. Run the mix. What's on the menu? Okay, DP though. Sims that pressure. Plus frames. Backs away. You got to get the lead back in your hands.
Yeah.
This early game is super important between both these characters.
And I'm realizing Yule's like damage output is just not that high, so it's gonna take a lot of hits. On the other hand, Ladiva with one command grab takes off a quarter.
Really liking this defense from Seth right now.
And yeah, that's part of him just knowing that. That defense is good because like he's like, I don't need to overextend. I just find these few mixes and it's a done deal.
And like, and see, here's the likely coming into play. It's like, what do you do as Yule, right? You can't run the risk of getting swept, getting 5M'd, and so it's really hard to navigate that once either character has the life lead.
Yeah, Yule has a lot of safe options that leave her pretty close to the opponent, which in most matchups is pretty good, but not when you're dealing with like a strike throw immediate mix-up, right, where you can get SPD'd. Nice confirm.
Duck right here. Yeah, dash up, gets the counter hit. EX, yeah, wall bounce. This is where you definitely want to play. There's a lot more of those ingrained mixes of the characters.
He was in stance, so it was hard to figure out that confirm off there.
Maybe could have gotten the H launch, just like the raw stance H, but...
Ooh. Oh yeah, that 2H is stubby for the enter, huh?
This still could just turn around completely.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of, here's a start.
Speaking of.
Gonna just take the sweep. Safe jump.
That's how it begins.
Okay, good check here from Flowerman.
Challenge after the auto combo.
Stance is up.
And yeah, just backing up. Desperately doesn't want anywhere near. But Seth Series finds a way in.
One mix for the reset and DP. Flowerman not holding it. Right back at you.
He missed the combo.
Not holding the pressure. Big drop combo, and that's going to be a reset.
A reset.
The cleanest of resets out here. That 3-0 reset, that momentum definitely sets his favor. I feel like he definitely understands how to play this matchup even more so. The lane factor is coming into play. Even if you don't win a round, you can still take a match with that lane play. You just have to get that lead and keep it. And even if you lose the lead, you're able to swing it right back if you find those right moments, right confirms. And that's what's happening here. Seth Series resetting the bracket, pulling my man down the dungeons. The losers.
And you mentioned earlier like the defense. It's him making the decisions. It's not just strictly blocking. It's making the correct decisions on what the situation is. You know that Yule needs to go for like a big overhead or a big dash up. So just simply jab check. You don't have to take much risks on defense. You know the situation, and that's what Seth has been doing beautifully today in all the sets. Going with the Yule, sticking with the Yule though.
Still don't have the DPs, get a little more aggressive, I guess. And if I'm Seth Series, I'm looking at that. Maybe a little bit feeling on the back foot, especially because that was a clean sweep back throw, though.
That 2H, it's hard to hit those shallow jumps as an anti-air for that 2H, but has the corner control. We haven't seen a lot of that in this first grand final set. And so,
nice, here we go. This is the type of stuff that was...
I like it.
That's the type of stuff that was working really well that Flowerman hadn't really been showing in these first 3 games. It's just posting up in a spot where you can duck a lariat or anti-air or jump.
Yeah, it started. This is kind of similar to how the first game started in the first grand final set. Fireman looked really competent, but yeah, the patience of Seth here is to find the 2U like there, but waited it out that time.
Yeah, and something we're seeing outside of that stance H that you were seeing, or the stance 2H, the flip anti-air, Yule does not have a great option for anti-airing far jumps, which it's very important against the Godiva to be able to have a separate anti-air for far empty jumps just as well as you do for jumps at your head.
And that's the difficulty.
Great anti-air.
Oh, great 2H. It's finally showing that out. Yeah, Flowerman has been kind of abusing that. I believe that's jump H normal, and it's been hard for Seth to deal with, but finally found the 2H anti-air, and that's huge. Oh,
and again,
anti-air.
The things that are taking these rounds for Seth are generally defense. He's just making good blocks and then taking turns.
It's really been the risk reward on offense. While Yule has a decent amount of options, the life, like the damage output of Yule is just not comparable to Lodiva's. And the 2U, it could start, doesn't block the body splash. TP out, my goodness.
All right, Flowerman with the thinnest life lead right now.
I love this. The ducks swinging underneath the head, dog.
I think this is still alive.
Wow,
Yeah.
not enough. Is that a M? Yeah, it is.
That stance switch hop that's been getting over all of these, and just knowing that Seth Series has to do something like that, smart stuff. Finally one on the board.
Yeah, that's where it becomes difficult, is when it seems like Godiva just doesn't have a reversal in these like last couple of sequences now, and so when the life deficit is too big, it's hard.
Corner play going to be super important. It's looking like in this matchup. Oh, the push now. Laurier just does it raw, or throws it out raw. No EX behind it.
I actually really like that punish. He held on to all of his resources for the corner, and it was a light DP. If he would have committed an EX and didn't get the punish in time, that would have been expensive. Oh, just waited the flip out.
Chops. Neutral jump. Using jump U, but still gets punished with it. Definitely got to space that out a little bit better.
Fireman tried to push a button afterwards. It was counter hit.
Yeah, I like the use of the JU itself to get out of the corner, but that was definitely not his turn afterwards. Okay, nice anti-air.
Big 2H.
2H.
That's fine. You know, even though he missed out on a little damage, because that was an EX move that did the hit, it was still a hard knockdown. And again, these DPs. I've actually, even on characters with DPs, I've never seen Flowerman be this aggressive with DPs in general. That's safe, yep.
I like how they're using it now, like early in the match, right? Like a little bit earlier instead of like later in the match, run those DPs, feel more frisky with them, get that pressure. Here we go. We've seen this movie so many times before.
Soft knockdown.
What's going to wake up situation?
Good defense from Seth here this time.
Counter hit. See, now he has to come to him. Now Seth Series has to come to Flowerman and make up that deficit.
Flowerman honestly being kind of unnecessarily aggressive here and going to get knocked down for this, and now it's going to be one mix for his life.
Oh, the command grip!
Not quite.
Anybody's game.
Yep.
Oh, he tried.
That might have been a backdash attempt.
Got a 1-1 situation. Like you mentioned, yeah, we saw like Flowerman kind of be a little bit too aggressive or a little bit too risky with those movements, and got hit with the EX Lariat at the end of it.
Yeah, given the life lead that he had there, and you can see the consistency of the anti-air and the anti-air conversions, I feel like he went in kind of unnecessarily heavy there. That was an expensive one.
But when you have a patient grappler that's like, it's tough, you're grinding it out, and they have great defense so far in the set, you get the feeling like, I need to take a risk like there.
Oh no. Oh, he wasn't ready for the confirm. Got the float to the corner. Uh-oh.
Chop.
Okay.
Okay.
God's coming up with this. He needed this. Not a lot of damage, but at least get some distance.
I really like this because it's the same risk as a DP, right, in the middle of a block string, but now the DP is still there. So if he needs an EX anti-air or another bust out, or there you go, yeah, just a DP. Okay,
but
minus.
Oh,
wow, I can't believe.
Challenge, but not quite enough.
Double hitting, gotta remember that second
overhead
hit. I'm curious if Seth actually just thought that the meter on his side would give respect to take his turn after that 3EX.
Oh.
Using the M.
Yeah, that stance M hits a lot further than I realized too. It's like right outside sweep range because she hops forward a little with it too.
Fireman doing a better job of establishing the different
Nice.
options. I think that's something he maybe got away from in the first set, was he was only doing the strike part of the strike throw mix-up. This is a full combo. This might be dead. There's not a lot of scaling on this. Nice confirm.
There it is.
And a quick
Yeah,
game
and-
3.
Damn.
He's been being a little bit more liberal with his moves. Like you said, he's throwing out a little bit more options. Is that causing Seth to jump in? And he's finding that space where he can dash in and get that stance anti-air off. And it's been or 2H, and it's been working beautifully.
Yeah, Steve being
dashing in
a
and
little too active, running into a button.
Nice.
I like the super
parry.
jump, or the
That
dash
was
super
clutch.
jump to get out of the corner.
Ooh. Tried to delay the block string.
That's punish, yeah.
Right.
A little too far for that, but I like the idea.
Oh, nice duck. But yeah, the 2 M's putting in work for Seth. He's just tagging him.
Actually, yeah, something to note for Seth for later on that 2M punish actually is that Yule is in a standing state. So even though she looks crouching and it's a low hitting move, for the punish, you can do a button into Lariat because she'll be standing.
Nice.
knockdown.
We're gonna get a knockdown. Jump you?
I
There she
like
goes.
it.
Connect the jump you.
Oh no, but that's not the
No,
anti-air
that's not
button.
too late.
Oh, maybe that was supposed to be a DP. That
TP.
I feel like that DP came so quickly that that anti-air was also supposed to be a medium DP. That was one
He's
of
like,
those.
"Oh, I can do a
Yeah,
DP."
yeah. That's one of those. Let's make sure I can DP checks. I think.
Just grabs out of the stance. We've seen that once before.
If I can't lower at you, that's fine. I'm gonna hit you with this
Yeah.
command grab. Put the hands on
Stance
the man.
pressure.
It was a really big
Keep
block
trading
from
off
Seth.
that.
Flower Man went for the light rush punch ender that actually leaves her plus in your face still standing. So that was a really good block on that situation by Seth. And you can see he's been maintaining the positioning by blocking just enough and eating all these little bits of damage when he is getting hit.
I feel like Flower Man just needs one or two good sequences. Now it's just one sequence for either player. Flower Man.
And it's
both of
the
them.
jump. He didn't. Oh my
God, no,
God!
too far.
Does it get off the backboard? Oh no. Oh,
confirm too.
Does it connect? This one does.
And that's going to get
The
it.
waiting situation just has to hold this command grab.
Okay, this is
Damn.
still tournament point for Flower Man, but this is super important round. Seth Series can stay alive, force a game 5 here in the reset. There's a good
Oh
start.
yeah, the
Hard
EX
knockdown.
Lariat to get the dash back, and uh-oh.
Momentum so important for grapplers to have in the game.
DP.
Not even with the characters. DP bust out though. Again, early game DPs aren't super
Oh,
bad for
just
Flower
caught
Man.
not blocking.
Oh,
Counter, not a big deal though. Not too much off that 2L.
big DP from Flower Man. No EX Lariat available, so he's a little bit more squirrely now.
Nice check.
Basing that
Yes.
stance down really well. Dash up, throw, dash, dash.
Oh, great backdash, but
Oh,
didn't
the
get
one
the
that coming.
punish.
So
There's the EX
big.
Lariat.
Okay, this is big.
Yes, DP waited and baited, baby.
Reset. Okay.
Command grab.
It's gonna wake up.
Mixed time.
Gonna wake up with it. What did I
Wake
say?
up super. Oh my god, but this is blocked. Everyone knew it in Seth Series with the punish. Seth Series, Farman going to the final game of this grand finals reset. God damn.
Flower
Like,
Man was-
the back and forth is so ridiculous between the two players.
I'm actually not even sure necessarily where things kind of went wrong for Flower Man there. He was getting the throw mix in the corner. He really just got hit by a couple stray lariats. That's sort of where the
Yeah.
round went downhill. Oh,
Yeah, when he was trying to dash back with the 2-1-4 moves.
so the
in the
auto parry
stances.
was activated by 5M, but it actually was too far to get hit. Nice reset here.
This is where things break down. It's the corner. Like, I mean, for both characters.
ATP, Fireman on his
Plus
last
frames?
legs, plus frames.
Yeah, good blocks by Seth.
And then this is what we're seeing, and there's the dash up finally blocking it.
Overextending though. You see Seth Series like, I'll just wait for you because things like this will happen. Seth Series on set point.
Yeah, Flower Man, I feel like trying to steal a couple turns too hard, you know, hoping for some character unfamiliarity, definitely trying to steal some -2 turns.
Yeah, and when you're grinding out in this like matchup, you're gonna start taking those risks on offense now. And Seth Series have been
Nice.
playing
Oh,
beautifully,
wow.
but
That was interesting. So it wasn't a counter hit, but it was still enough to get the 5L. Nice
big
bait.
EX Lariat, big
Oh
bet.
no! Not bad early game, but still sets
Yeah,
up.
that's a really
This
difficult
ES
setup to get
command
out
grab.
of. Like, you can DP that, but it's very hard to DP the other
I still
direction.
went for it.
Flower Man respecting the
Flower
meter.
Man's still
Big
going
whip
for it.
punish.
Punish.
Hard knockdown.
Had to have this. Now go in and try to get
Nice.
that forward push.
Nice.
Nice. The parry working out in the clutch.
Oh,
That's serious
and he
still.
has a small life lead. No!
Oh, the dashing.
Oh no! Just lost the clash. It's gonna be a lot of damage. It's gonna be very. I think this might be dead actually. There was a single hit straight into Super Skybound. Yeah. So we have tournament point for both players.
Final round.
Final
I can't
game,
believe
final
this
round,
Final Series.
reset. Oh, I can't take it. I can't take it.
I can't either. My heart is
Dance.
pumping, dog.
Oh, big counter
yeah.
hit.
For the M.
First hit going to Flower Man.
Everything in existence.
Another hard knockdown.
Dash up.
Good tech.
At least,
To you.
stay alive.
You gotta know Seth is looking for it to you.
This is a big jump in.
The jump in. The sweep. This is big right here.
And a big bait.
Wait, bait. Reel that sucker in. Hits him on the wake up. One more decision for Cecil.
Oh, this is a hard knockdown. You get the side switch.
On the clutch.
Looking for the super.
he's-
Oh, okay. This is a big punish. Hard knockdown.
Works the wake up decision. The wake up super.
Didn't get the link, but still going to be safe.
What is this going to confirm?
Yeah, this is anyone's round right now.
my God.
Obvious advantage with the meter going to Flower
There it
Man
is,
here.
invincible. Oh, the punish.
Says series. Sweep. This is.
Oh,
If you
oh
go
my
as far as
God,
the
you got it.
the
This
jump
is
back up
going to be very
with
close.
Skybound
I think
arc.
this is dead.
Is he gonna take this? I think
it's
this is
dead.
it too. Flower Man taking this grand finals reset over
What a
Seth Series.
clutch
There's
jump
the
back.
God, with the pixel left.
The entire round came to just that one lariat and a super clutch jump back from Flower Man, able to find the punish. And I mean, the babyest combo, 3-hit light auto combo into Super Skybound, and still enough, able to close it out.
Damn.
GG's to both
Damn.
players. That was a great
What
set.
a set. Oh. Oh. Good stuff.
Holy. Yeah. Yeah, that's some good stuff right there. That's some good stuff. Yo, congrats to Flower Man to take this character all the way to the finals of some strong ass competitors out here. Congrats to Set Series 2 to get that second place at the tightest of margins right here though too. Everyone getting strong in this damn game. Holy
Yeah,
hell.
great stuff by both
Flower Man
players.
taking it with the weak one, Yule. But,
Flower Man
oh,
definitely
man.
showing. I mean, he said that he likes this character, right? He's still trying to figure out how he wants to play her, but he really likes her. And usually that's kind of the barrier to get past for him to do
Yeah.
reasonably well with the character is just, does this character feel the way I want them to? And you can see the minor adjustments. He got away from some of the things he was doing well in the winners finals set, started getting a little aggressive on some of the offensive plays, but was able to reel it back in. Early on in that reset, he started finding those anti-airs again, right? He took a couple games almost entirely just on good anti-air conversions.
Yeah. And so we will also see, he has a stable set of characters. The Fairy, the Cagliostro, the Matera. Where does Yule fit in terms of matchups or player matchups as well? And we see... I'm glad to hear that he likes her, and you can obviously how he highlights the strengths of the character.
All right, well, that's going to be about all we have today. I'd like to remind everyone, you can hit up the Matcherino, matcherino.com/T/SSSO121920 GBVS. You can also just straight up copy pasta that into the coupon code, add 50 cents to the pot for free. If you want to support the tournament directly, hit us up at teespring.com/the-waifu-dome. And you can follow us on social at the Waifu Dome. Hit us up on Twitter. Keep up to date on what's going on with the tournament. And with that, I think that's going to be the end of our show. Thanks again to St. Cola and Zach in a Box for helping us hold down commentary today. We will be back next week. Again, early in January, we're going to have the Champion exhibition where everyone who takes an SSO in 2020, since we changed to PC, we'll just get together in a round robin tournament and showcase some of our better players that we've had over the year. So I hope everyone looks forward to that. And in the meantime, we will catch you guys next time. St. Cola, Zach in a Box, anything else you guys want to say on the way out?
Nah, I'm glad the gang was all back, and to watch that really, really great grand finals was good to vibe out here once again.
Yeah, same, man. This was some hot shit, y'all. So yeah, appreciate to let me come through.
Peace out, everyone.
That's all we're going to have. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll catch you next time.